Gucci. All right.
And we
TJ,
live.
hit the gong, baby. Hit that gong. Hit that
TJ,
gong,
Hey,
TJ.
let me
hypnotize
focus. Let
us.
me focus.
TJ,
Let me
hit the
focus.
Oh,
song, doggy.
wrong civil.
That
That's
was
how we gonna get
dope.
this shit started.
When I
Good.
snap
We're
my
gonna get this shit
fingers, you
started
will
just
bark
Quick
like
like a
that,
meditation
dog.
ladies
for
and
the tribe
gentlemen.
before we get
All
started.
right,
Peace and love.
Love that.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get this episode
Yeah.
started. I
Yeah.
am your moderator.
Started.
Shake is in the building. What's up? I think I'll be forgetting to introduce myself when I moderate, but so I'm not gonna be as whimsical as our boy Flash with the introductions.
It's okay.
But I am gonna introduce Flash, the philosopher, first. What's up, buddy?
Yo, what up, tribe? What up, Shake? You can never be like me, by the way, but thank you. It's okay.
I ain't trying, ho.
I
I
know.
ain't trying.
Better
All
not.
right? next we gonna move it right along. Yo, we're gonna move it right along to like we always say, the coldest person in the room, my
Bruh.
girl,
Frosty. as shit.
TJ, the Ice Queen. Welcome to the show, TJ. What's up, baby?
What up, tribe? TJ's in the building. I'm feeling a little lit. I'm excited about this episode. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Hey.
TJ be
All
talking
right,
like
then
a
we're gonna move
cheerleader.
it. Then we're gonna move it right
He's
to
talking
our
like a
number
cheerleader.
3.
Hey.
No energy.
We're gonna move to our number 3. Don't zone her shit.
Never.
What it do, Mo? Mo from the BX. What's up, Mo?
Hey, it's Mo, your girl, always representing the Bronx, Section 5. Don't ever zone my shit. Hi, Tribe. How are you guys?
That's Co-op City, right?
Yeah.
Definitely Co-op City.
Gang.
Facts.
Hey, bestie.
Now we're gonna
Hello,
take
bestie.
it to the drip guard, spew guard, drip. What it do,
Hey.
Mash? What up, homie?
Ain't shit, Peace Tribe. What's good? It's your boy Mash, aka Sir Drip, aka the Spew God. Drip. Please say the motherfucking drip.
Drip, drip.
Trip,
Please.
trip.
What's good,
Last but not
everybody?
least, I'm gonna introduce my man Boogie from the motherfucking what we call you, the introvert, the peace and positivity.
Quiet homie in the
what's
West,
rhyme,
man.
Boogie?
Comment connoisseur, whatever. I'm working on that right now. But
Comment
peace and love.
connoisseur.
I feel like I might be leaning with that. But anyway, peace and love, everybody. Just hope everyone listening is having a great day and just progressing through whatever y'all working through, whatever that shit is. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all I am. Peace. I'm it. I'm done. I'm complete.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Please edit
Like
that.
I already said, I'm Shake. Introduced myself twice. I'm
In
so
case they
nice.
ain't heard
I
you the
have to
first
introduce
time,
myself.
bro. You right.
So
Go ahead.
in case they didn't hear, you know what I'm talking about. So as I have, as you guys already know, if you've been listening to our show, you know I've been coming up with a word of the day every week. I feel it's inspiring to come up with a word of the day because you guys can start using the word throughout the week, and then you increase your vocabulary. And by increasing your vocabulary, you sound more intelligent, and then you talk to your boss with all these big words, and if
Get a
he knows
raise.
them, boom. Now you get a raise.
And
You know
still
what I'm
get
saying?
fired. Nah,
So
I
try
still
to
get
use.
fired.
Nah, use big words. You getting a raise.
So that's how we're gonna utilize these words right here to expand our
egregious.
vocabulary, so we can use it in our daily lives. All right. So the word of the day is myriad. Okay, myriad meaning.
Is it myriad or
So
myriad?
myriad
Is
means-
it-
I didn't want to interrupt.
I was gonna
but
say, is it
thank you,
myriad?
Flash.
according to the
Yeah.
myriad. I'm sorry,
Pronunciation,
it's
it's-
myriad. My
Myriad.
apologies.
Yeah, myriad.
Myriad. It is pronounced. Hold on.
Y'all better
My
get
man
that food
said
shit because look,
myriad.
nigga, I'm glad you know I
Myriad.
ain't editing this shit out.
Shut up. So it's myriad, and it means a countless or extreme number. All right, means like using in the sentence, there are myriad ways to connect. There are myriad
He said it
ways-
again.
No, I'm sorry, I keep saying myriad. There are myriad ways to connect to the internet. Okay, how about that right there?
That was
Or
good.
there are
Okay.
there were myriad people at that Travis Scott concert, which is where I'm going to start this.
No, that's definitely
'cause
not the correct way to say that sentence. There were a myriad amount of people at the Travis Scott concert.
Yes.
Thank you. There were a myriad amount of people. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Boogie.
correct.
There were a myriad amount of people at the Travis Scott concert, which is where we're going to start. Like, I'm really kind of like perplexed into what the hell happened with that concert this week.
I could definitely shed some light on that though, Shake, if in terms of the details on that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just,
I'm trying to figure this out,
like,
Boogie.
it was a concert at Astro World, and pretty much like I guess the security was lax. Don't quote me on that, but they was able to kind of get a lot of people kind of push forward in terms of pushing towards the front of the crowd, and the front of the crowd, they either could get over the banisters or whatever, or they just get smushed or fell through, and that's what happened. It's just a large crowd surge, and just people in the front was unfortunate to get affected by that.
The crazy thing is, I've been to so many concerts where there's been so many people, and I've been in situations where it's been like super crowded, but like to the point where 8 people died, bro.
Yes,
That's
they
how many
said
people passed
they
away.
were saying that the crowd was just. They were saying that the crowd was just didn't really have any regards. Also, 2 people actually went to the sound guy, like went on stage and was tapping them and telling them to stop the concert, and they didn't stop. And also another thing that was gathered with that, there was someone there poking people in their neck with something, which was some kind of form of drug. They did it to a security. When they looked, it was a prick in his neck, and they had to administer the security Narcan. So it was a lot going on.
It definitely shows a lack of security.
Yeah.
Like that usually, especially when you think about concerts his size, like that ain't no small promoter. Like that man fills up stadiums. Sorry, I hope I ain't cut my off. She on mute.
No, you didn't. It's a delay.
Hello?
It's a delay in my video for some reason. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought it was something. I thought that was really wild that so many people passed away, and you wouldn't think that it would be a risky type of situation going to a concert, because I mean these guys have thrown concerts. This is what they do for a living, and when you're a music artist, you do concerts every week. You know
that's
what I mean?
how Travis makes his
what the
money.
fuck?
Hell yeah,
But,
like that's how he makes his
Like
bread.
what went wrong with
But
this
I think-
concert as opposed to another
what they
concert?
said.
I think
what
there's
happened-
more to that, Shake. 100%. Like I feel like that. Like Travis Scott ain't someone who's slack like that when it comes to concerts. Like it's just weird how, I don't know. It's just weird how that happens to him all of a sudden this weekend. It's just something weird
bro.
about that.
So they were saying
It's
like
weird.
a bunch of people were able to like get into the concert and shit. I guess like they forced their way in, or they snuck into the joint. So there was like a myriad of people in the concert, or that snuck into the concert or whatnot, which kind of overdid the capacity for the concert.
Acceptable.
So, yeah, that's part of the problem though.
Yeah, and I just wanted to bring up another thing really quickly. I just want to oh man, it's a tough situation. The football player that plays for the Raiders.
We're gonna get there as well. We're gonna get there in a minute, Mo. We're going to we're gonna talk about that too. I mean,
he did it. Just to kind of conclude. I forgot what he said.
Introduce it.
Okay. So there's a football player. He plays for he no longer plays for the Raiders. Ruggs.
His name is Henry Ruggs, and he's 22 years old.
He's 22 years old. He was in a DUI accident where he hit a 23-year-old female and her dog. Both the 23-year-old and the dog died in the car crash. This was in Las Vegas. He had a convertible. He was driving 156 miles per hour. When the airbag deployed, it deployed at 126 miles per hour. So he was twice the legal limit. They also found a loaded gun in his car. Apparently, the female's car caught fire and she was unable to get out the car. So it's just a devastating situation, honestly, for both families. Here it is. You have your 22-year-old who, is in the biggest deal of his life in regards to the NFL. And in one night, it's shattered. So it's sad. It's sad. He could face up to 2 to 46 years in jail. Yeah, it's a lot.
Bro, the minute they found out that he had that he was double the limit on alcohol, then the accident, they immediately fired him from the team. Pulled all of his his jerseys out of all the stores, right? He's done. Like they cut all ties with him immediately. Like the guy literally,
like Flash is 100% correct. That's bad business. Like that's game over. I'm sorry. Someone died.
Yeah.
Yeah, she died. Her and her
Yes,
dog.
dude, no,
She
I'm
died.
sorry. No, bro. The girl, it was this white girl. She was only 23 years old.
23 years
He hit
old,
her
yeah.
car. She was 23. He was 22.
Yeah, she was.
But
Yeah.
the car set on fire, and her and her dog were in the car, and they
But in the
literally
car.
burned alive.
They
bro.
burned to death. Yeah, they burned
In the
alive.
car.
Because one of the
Yup.
residents tried to get a fire extinguisher, and he said that he heard
to
screaming.
get her out.
Also, by the time
Yeah.
Ruggs was on, he was outside of the vehicle. He knew he fucked up because he was, like he was screaming. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god!" His girlfriend was with him as well.
Mhm.
I mean,
a lot of
home-
people saying they don't know why
Yes.
she didn't drive. It's just a devastating situation, and she was literally a couple of blocks from her house. She had just dropped off her friend.
Yo,
and
they
was a
said
couple of blocks
homeboy
from
was.
her house.
They said
Yeah.
homeboy was doing 156 miles an hour, something to that
Yes.
extent. And I'm
It
just
was.
sitting here like,
156.
On a regular
Oh,
Yes,
street.
he was in a convertible.
That's
On a,
156
on a regular street, bro.
on a regular,
Mm.
and
On a
when his
regular
air,
street.
and on the black box, when his airbag deployed, he was at 126 miles when the airbag deployed.
Yup.
So he was 156. At that point, you might as well
That's
be a
fast.
NASCAR driver. Go on the track.
Mhm.
Go and be a
That's
NASCAR
fast.
driver.
I don't
That
know
was
if
just-
y'all
He was in a
speed in
Corvette.
y'all regular day to day, but 80 miles per hour for me
Literally shit.
is fast.
Yeah.
80
pretty
miles per
fast.
hour
regular, like urban,
is fast,
like
my nigga. Double that
Ur-
is bananas.
Yup.
156.
Bananas.
156.
That's
what
what he
shit.
was doing.
yo,
that shit
Like-
is bad, though.
156, bro.
And the,
And
I-
airbag
I
bring it
and
up
the
in this
airbag
episode
deployed at
because-
126. It's crazy.
like
Crazy.
keep it 100
Yeah.
with you. Like I
wanted to
remember.
bring it-
No, go ahead, Shay.
No, go ahead, Boogie. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say, like, I definitely understand, like him being like just excommunicated because he effed up 100%. Like that's all on him. Like he gonna have to live with that in terms
And
of
I
what he
believe
did.
that, and I believe the captain of the team even, gave him, and he was just like, he feels horrible. He, if there was anything that he could have done, like why he
course.
didn't, maybe he could have reached out to him, or, I don't know why he didn't get in the Uber. So several questions. It's just devastating. 2 people's lives is gone.
Going to.
That's
It
game
really
over.
is.
That is
Yeah.
game over.
And I tell you one thing.
So
In my opinion, they're definitely going to make an opinion. They're going to make an example out of him. This was a white female. Let's keep it all the way 100. So
I mean,
And
it's
her
really a
dog.
DUI. They
And
really
her
should
dog.
make it more
And her
racial than
dog.
that. I mean,
And
if
her
anything,
dog.
they should just like maybe enhance the
Bro.
speeding limit.
well,
laws or
I'm
some
just
shit
speaking
like that.
reality. Reality. I don't care.
It wasn't a
white-
highway, by the way.
Yeah, it was a road. Yeah, we talked about that.
It's a regular road.
it was a regular street.
road. It was a regular road. I
Yeah.
mean, I know that race may not play a factor, but
Yo.
in my mind, it always does. And she was a
Yeah,
white
of
female
course.
and her
Yo,
I
dog.
mean, he
Listen,
definitely gonna get the
let me tell you
max. There's no
something.
doubt about it. There's
Forget-
no one that's
yo,
really going to be on his side in terms of like,
yo.
hey, we should give him a reduced sentence.
So-
No.
Yo, was he drunk?
So dude
Yes.
is facing.
Yes,
he was drunk. 2 times
He was
over.
drunk.
150.
Twice
So
the
dude
level.
is facing.
Twice the level.
Dude,
What was he driving?
Dude
What
is
was the car?
facing
A
a
convertible.
Corvette.
A Corvette. Yeah.
A Corvette.
Mhm.
So
What
he's
year?
looking at about
Okay,
40
okay.
years. He's looking at 40 years in prison right
Yeah,
now.
2 to 46.
That's
They
what
said
he's
2 to
looking at.
46 years.
And and not
2 to
and not to
46.
joke, not to joke about it, but let me tell you something. He killed the dog. The white people gonna put him under the jail.
I'm
Let me
telling you,
tell
that's what I
something.
said. Because it was a dog.
Real talk.
It's-
Like at the,
Nah, you gonna get years
at
for the
the end of
dog.
the day, yo, he's doing years for the dog. Son.
I mean, he also
That's
gonna
a
do
fact.
time for the lady as well, Shake. Dang.
Right,
now,
Dang, he gonna do time for that too.
And she's
Dang.
white, you know.
Yeah, that definitely is cooking them. I like
Yeah,
I-
so
not too long ago I got involved in a car accident, like just being irresponsible, but like thank God it was a parked car that I actually hit. But it's like that shit fucks with me because it's like if there was anybody that within that vicinity, that was a
Yeah.
straight crash that I did. It was nowhere near that kind of level in terms of the speed, but it's not crashed nonetheless. And it's like
Right.
all you need is one
Yeah,
person to get
it's
affected by
real.
that and get done. Get
Right.
done.
Real. Now here's the thing. Now, in my opinion, had he not been double the legal limit on alcohol, there's a possibility his career could have survived it.
Yes,
He could have.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you
a
know what I'm saying?
possibility.
It
Yeah.
was a
And
really bad
156
mistake.
still in that
It was-
in a suburban
Yeah,
area?
it was extremely irresponsible. However, his career may have survived it. You know what I'm saying? The team could have been like, yo, he made a bad mistake, But the
Right.
fact that he was drunk, that right there fucked him over. At the
No,
end of
my
the day.
nigga, it's the
And,
fact that they died.
no.
If they didn't die, he may have
Yeah.
survived, drunk or
Yeah.
not. But it's the fact that he
Yes.
got 2 deaths.
That's
Sober or
true.
not, he's done.
Yeah,
he is done.
I agree.
Yeah,
There's absolutely no
yeah.
reason, sober or
But
not, that he
Michael
should be doing
was-
156 in that kind of area.
156. Crazy.
Like Mash was right. 80 is
But
fucking high. 80 is too much for
Yo.
that kind of area. But 156, where was he going?
Yo, where
156.
was
He
you
should've
going in
been-
a
Where's he
rush?
going?
He was
I don't
going to
know, but he
smoke
should
them
have been on a
chips.
Where'd you need to be?
NASCAR
He
track.
couldn't want
I
to
don't
go
know.
that fast.
Maybe he
Where'd you
wanted.
need to
Maybe
be?
he should have went to
Think about that
NASCAR.
shit, Matt. Think about that speed. 156 in a suburban
on
area. My
NASCAR.
man was moving.
Yeah.
He should have
Where
been on
was
the
you
track
going?
for NASCAR. That's a NASCAR. You should have been
That's fucking
So I
stupid.
mean, so
driver
that
for
was a
NASCAR.
And to keep it
that was
100
a
though, at the
question I
end of
was
the
gonna
day, you
ask
can't
you
have
guys.
that type of person on the road. So it's like, no, like this person can't be in no vehicle no more. Like at the end of the day, we all, like everyone should agree with that.
He gonna be in
Yeah.
jail, so
Yeah,
he
he
don't have nothing to
done.
drive.
Yeah, like even if he
Yeah,
was
he's
a
done.
I
salvage
don't want to
career, this
make
person
light
can't be
of this
driving no car.
situation.
It's not.
I don't want to
It's
make light
serious.
of it, but
What?
when I was talking about the situation with Mo, I was like, you know, when shit happens, you sober up real fucking fast.
Mhm.
And that's
Mhm.
exactly what
Real
happened to
talk.
him. Like he was like, "Oh shit, I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I did this."
Mhm.
And that's exactly how it happens. Like you could have been fucking drunk off your ass and something
Mhm.
happened, you perk up real quick. It's like you're
It's
not as
adrenaline.
fucked up as you
Alcohol
once
stops at a
were.
certain point once reality kick in. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
You
Real
perk the
talk.
fuck up.
Real talk.
Because that's
Yeah,
when he
so-
started thinking about his
so-
career. Like that's when he probably wasn't worried about the dog and all that. He's probably
Yeah.
worried about his career and
I don't even think he
what's
knew
going to
that.
happen
I
to
don't
him, of
think he knew
course.
that. Yeah,
Because he
didn't
was
know that
crying.
happened.
He was crying.
Like, he was
He
done.
crying at the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end
I
of the
heard
day,
the
some people
girl,
was
she
thinking,
got pinned in the car first and then it blew
Yeah.
up. So imagine
it
they were
blew
trying
up.
to get her out and then the shit blew up and she
Yeah.
died to
she's
death
burning.
from
Yeah.
the fire.
I hope she ain't
So
got a
he
large
said
family
that's
because
fine.
that's gonna look crazy if it gets bigger than that. Depending on who this lady is, I didn't even hear her name, but if she connected, it might be bigger than that.
Yeah, her name was there, Tinder. I think it
Yeah.
was Tinder. Yeah, they released her name. I think it was Tina.
That's crazy though to go out like that.
Yeah.
Though
So
my heart goes out to
so-
that. That's horrible.
Mhm.
So he was crying at the scene and stuff.
He
And,
was.
you know,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you got to think. In my opinion, some people say he was crying because they heard the girl in the car and he was
Yeah.
just sad about her not passing. I'm be honest with you, he saw his career flash before his eyes. I think,
Of course,
that he
who
was crying
wouldn't?
because he knew
He's
his life
also
was
22 years old.
He knew-
He's still a kid.
He knew his
Of
life.
course,
was
that's why I
over.
know that he was thinking about his career. How could he not? Like look
His
like
life is over.
like when TJ said he sobered up, I was like, I know why he sobered up.
Yeah,
'cause
he probably
fucked
thought
up.
about everything. He has a kid of his. He has a
And-
child of his own. He has a
You know what
daughter.
that is? That's reality hitting.
Yes,
him.
He had a
reality.
kid
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Yes, he has a daughter. He has a.
Yeah.
The daughter got to be about
Yeah,
maybe
the daughter,
1
he
or
just
2.
had a baby last
He
year.
had a baby. Yeah, the baby
Last
got to
year
be
they
about
had a
1
baby.
or
Yep.
2. Yep.
Yep.
So
Nobody wins
So
in
they
that
had-
situation.
Mhm.
Good
Nobody.
lord.
That's
Nobody.
a sad situation.
Nobody.
His life changed like
his
that.
girlfriend. His girlfriend. We don't mention his girlfriend, but his girlfriend was also really
She was in the car.
injured badly. She
Yeah.
broke her wrist, and she was actually in surgery this week as well.
Mhm.
She broke a few bones as well. So you know,
Mhm.
and I'm pretty sure he's hurt as well, but nobody's really talking about his.
He was
injuries
hurt. When he went to the
I thought he
Raymond-
was by himself.
No,
It's
he was
crazy
with
how
her.
No,
he
his
did all that
girlfriend
and
was involved.
survived the crash. That
He
blows
did.
my
He was
mind.
with-
Yo, he
No,
gonna-
he went when he went to the court that he had on a neck brace. He was in a wheelchair. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was hurt too.
He had
was in
something
a-
over his nose too.
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
mark
he had a cut over his nose. He had a neck brace on. He was in a wheelchair. The
Yeah.
girlfriend was there with him
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, I believe they
Yeah.
were. Yeah, she was there.
Yo,
Yeah.
drive
So,
safe,
who
everybody.
Who would ever
Drive,
get in the
drive.
passenger
Hold on.
side
That's what
of
I said.
somebody doing
Yo,
153?
don't drink and drive.
Yo,
Straight up.
Hold on,
I
hold
thought
on,
he was
hold
by
on, public-
himself.
Hold on, public service announcement to the tribe and all our listeners. Please
Listen.
don't drink and drive. Please
Big facts.
be responsible while you're out here in these streets. I know we all want to be outside. I know we all want to be out and do shit, but please be responsible while you're out here because shit can change in a flash,
Yes.
and you might not even
Literally.
be involved. Just be aware. You know what I mean? You might have to be on alert
Yep.
and save somebody from some other shit.
Well,
So
look
just
out,
stay
you know what
10
I mean?
toes
Yeah.
down while you outside, tribe, because shit is not sweet out here. Please, please, please. Spew out
Real
here.
talk. Real talk. That's a good public service announcement. And I mean, yeah. So that I wanted to mention that right there to you guys because you know this is the episode where we're talking about risky business, and you know that he took a lot of risks that day, and you know everything went south for Henry Ruggs III. That was
Moderator.
his full name, Henry Ruggs III.
I'm sorry. I know this is inappropriate, but I have to ask this question. This is the only time I can really ask it. For the chat and just for everybody, is it appropriate to smoke and drive? People say no. Some people say it's or whatever. I'm
My
always
nigga.
been curious. Like, how
Let
y'all
me
feel
explain
about
something,
that?
bro. When I get high, I drive at a half the fucking speed limit.
You're
I
so
don't think-
chill. It's so chill.
I don't think
Me too.
anyone
I'm
has
not.
ever,
No,
like-
I'm not in a rush when I get high, but I'm very curious. It's like people feel differently. That's why I was very curious to see how y'all felt about that shit.
I do everything high.
Maybe not
so
on a
I'm not gonna
mushroom.
say I'm a better driver, but I know that doing things while you high makes you more observant. So it actually makes me a better driver because I feel like I'm looking at everything on the road while I'm driving. So I give it a thumbs up in terms of smoking and driving. Drinking and driving.
I feel like the type of person that you are and what you smoking does play a part. Like I wouldn't recommend smoking something that's gonna make you like lazy on the wheel, like something strong, something that nature. Maybe like a sativa, some shit like that. That's the only thing I'd be thinking about. Like you definitely don't want to be too lax on the wheel. You want to be alert. Yeah, that's the only kind of knowledge I could kind of gain from what I understand about smoking. That's the only thing I wouldn't recommend, having a heavy ass indica.
But again, we don't recommend anybody smoke or drink.
Smoke at all.
Right.
Under the influence of anything.
It's under the influence. It's under the influence. Yeah, it's under the influence.
We're not promoting it.
We don't want to be
absolutely not.
responsible
We
for
don't
any
condone
of
that.
No,
I'm just so happy I was able to kind of
I
ask that
say-
question and kind of get that response for you. I thank you so much.
We are not role models, okay? We are
Look,
not
look, I
role
just-
models.
I also wanted to say I've seen Mash a little tipsy, but the stories that I've heard of Mash drunk,
Yes.
the way that I've
Mhm.
also seen my best friend really drunk.
Mm-mm.
If I could see anybody behind the wheel, I pray to God it's not them.
Well, I would
Mo
never
be all
drink
over
it.
the place.
I wouldn't,
you
but
know,
I
like-
just know I'm not drinking and
Like
driving.
I could
That's just
never
crazy.
see you driving.
Yeah.
Like I can't ever see
Yeah.
that.
Let me tell
But
you
when I
something.
see Mash talk about him being high, I could see you driving high.
Yeah.
But not the shit you passed out and you asking people, whose shit is this? Like
But
Yeah,
also,
there
I
are
mean,
different
it
levels of being
depends.
high too. You
Yeah,
can't.
it's like,
Yeah,
I
I
can
feel
be-
you. I feel
There's a
you.
difference between me being lit and drunk.
So-
Like drunk is just
so
all
here's
over
the
place.
thing.
But if I'm lit, my senses are very on point. Because I remember, I remember like grabbing Tiffany out some shit, TJ out some shit when we was in freaking Trinidad. They was about
That's
to
why I
start
said you
fighting.
perked the
Yeah.
fuck up.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
my senses become very, on point sometimes too. Yeah.
Got you.
In heightened.
So
Yeah,
here's the
yeah.
thing, and not to promote drinking and driving. However, there
Go
is
ahead,
a legal
moderator.
limit. There is a legal limit to drinking
Nah,
and driving.
but we
ladies
don't
and gentlemen.
look. We see that's
You can peep game.
That's law. He's talking about law.
that's the law.
Every
Yeah.
shot you take is 0.02. Is a 0.02 rating on the blood alcohol. It'll raise your blood
Right.
alcohol by 0.02. So if you take 4 shots, that
So
puts
bad,
you
man.
at the legal limit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every hour. This is real math right here because I had a DUI before I did class.
I told you.
every hour.
Real
Go ahead,
law.
moderator.
this
Go ahead.
coming from law.
Every
This is
hour.
law
right now.
This is law.
Yeah.
he's
Every
trying
hour
to scare it.
you
It's
lose.
shit.
Every hour, water does not make your your blood alcohol go down. And no matter what people
Oh.
say, don't drink water. It's not gonna. The only thing that makes your blood alcohol go down is time. Okay, so
Yes.
let's say
Time.
you go to a party, you take 4 shots before you get inside there, and then every hour you're gonna lose 0.2. So think you're there for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. But remember, technically, you can have 3 shots and still be good. You're
Right.
good to drive with 3 shots. So, not to say that drinking and driving is okay, but there is a legal limit. Okay,
I feel like I wouldn't be the
Legal
difficult
limit
guy
is
asking these kind of
0.08.
questions that you shouldn't ask, kind of interrupt the flow. Like, what happened? Like, does it account for people with empty stomachs or just lightweights in general? Like, come on, like
No,
you got people that
it
can
does
get
not.
tipsy off of
It
2
does
But you
not.
shots.
know, but you know what it is? Like
It
there's
does
a
not.
there's a legal limit, and I feel like there's just a way how you feel as well.
There's a
on like
personal
Right.
limit.
like a
Mhm.
structural basis of how you drive
A
and how you
balance.
feel. Because you got some people like legal limit or no legal limit, they'll take a motherfucking a shot of wine, not even fucking whiskey and shit, and they are all over the place. Like my mom is like this. This is how I know like she can't drink and
Me
drive.
too.
That-
I'm a
absolutely
little
not.
lightweight.
But and it's like
Shout out to
I'm not-
mothers.
I'm
They
not even
can't
gonna
drink for
hold you,
ish
like,
right now. I
Yo,
love them.
I feel like when I was younger, when I was in my younger whole days and shit, on my more knucklehead days, yeah, I used to drink and drive, but there were, you know what's crazy? My drinking and driving wasn't the worst drinking and driving that I ever saw. There were
I
other
mean,
niggas
it's
who
not
were
compared
worse
to you
than
ain't kill
me.
nobody.
Right.
Nah.
But and at the same time, it's like
Word.
my drunk driving wasn't even like drunk. I felt like, yo, I had a couple drinks, but I know I'm okay to still drive. It was never like
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not coherent of the fact that I'm stepping in the car. I don't know where I'm going. I feel like if I get pulled over, it's going to be a problem or some shit like that. It's a lot of shit that goes through my head when I know I used to probably do the shit. And granted, that's just being fucking young and dumb sometimes too. So Yeah, man. Like,
Shout out to my friends
Bro,
though, and just
that's-
my
it's funny
education
you
growing
say
up.
that.
Like I feel like drinking and driving was something taught from a young age to kind of not do. Like I feel like even if I was with Mash, he saw me drunk like that. I feel like he'd take the keys from me. Like, nah, I ain't gonna take the fucking wheel, nigga.
Mhm.
I feel like common
I did
sense would
that.
kick in and vice versa. So
Yeah, I did that.
I'm
to one of my-
appreciative of that shit.
I
Like I don't
agree.
think I'd have to worry about that if I'm with
I've
people.
definitely taken
I did that
keys
to one of my
from
friends in college. When we went down for
You
homecoming,
had to.
and yeah, he was lit. He had an attitude, but I literally
Some-
took his keys.
Yeah, I feel like I'd appreciate that in the morning, even though I wouldn't
Sometimes-
say anything. I act like a bitch, but I'd be like, yeah, go
we dropped him off to the hotel and everything. When we dropped him off to the hotel, I left his key in the room, but I hid it. So in the morning when he hit me up, I was like, "Oh, your key." I was like, "Yo, you was bugging out, but here, this is where your keys is at." So he was like, "Yo,
Yeah.
I can't believe
Yeah.
that."
Yeah.
You know, it
You're a
happened.
good friend, Mo. You're
There
a
must
good
be a
friend.
myriad amount of
Yo,
shenanigans that
Drunks are
people
so
use
annoying
with,
as
like
people
when
too.
Yo,
because
can
they get
They're
angry
so
when you try to tell them
freaking
that, like, yo, let me take the keys. Like, nah, I ain't drunk, so I'm
Yeah,
good. And
so
it's like,
fucking
nigga, come on,
annoying.
give me the
Yeah,
keys.
like
So-
you don't remember them
so
commercials
Matt-
that used to
I
always
hate
put on
that.
TV?
go
Huh?
ahead,
Yeah.
Dash.
What
I'm bringing it back.
Nash
Come on,
is-
go ahead,
bringing it
There
man.
he goes.
I'm
Yeah, he's
bringing it
waving
back.
his hand. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
can I
We
give
waiting
you-
for you, bro.
All right, can I give y'all a hypothetical? All right, so the
What's up?
hypothetical
Okay.
is this, right? You and your people are going out, right? And this can play for a man or a woman. So let's say your homeboy, you're all at the club, y'all drinking, y'all drunk, y'all all shit-faced drunk, and y'all about to leave the spot, and your man is clearly drunk, right? But these three chicks talk about, we want to leave with him. We're going to take him with us. You let him go?
Is he driving?
Nah, they driving.
Hell no, they gonna rape him and take his kidney.
Well, yeah, can I come? Like,
I
what?
actually, to be honest, I actually had that situation happen. We was away in DC. One of our homeboys was lit. You know, he's a good looking guy. With some, we didn't even invite these girls over, but it was some girls that came over and they're like, "Oh, we'll take him home." We were like, "No, the hell you're not." And his ass slept right the hell in our room. We was like, you know, I didn't.
Wow.
Not that they was gonna do anything to him, but no, he was like gone. I was like, "No, you're not." Yeah, and all of us was like,
Yeah.
"No, you're not." Like we don't know.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
held
that-
him down.
I
you
ain't
never
even
know.
gonna-
You never know.
People go missing.
Right.
People still go missing nowadays. Shit is real.
Who
It is real.
sloppy drunk, though? Who wants a sloppy drunk? They were just trying to take his kidneys. That who wants to take a sloppy
Yeah.
drunk home?
No, it was girls because
Like,
you know
somebody's
he's
gotta
good
sit it up
looking
on-
and stuff. They were like, "Oh, we'll drive him home." No, you will not.
Yeah. No, you're
Is
not
that
home.
considered
they was
risky
gonna
business? Is
rob
that-
him
is
and
that-
take
is
his-
that
That's risky
business,
business.
bro.
If
That's
you just
risky
letting people that
business.
you don't know take you somewhere, that's risky business.
I mean, I've taken people home from the club before. I don't know if
I
it's
mean,
that
that's different, Shake. Like Shake, you a good man. You're a good heart. You're a great individual. So I know that when you doing that, it's going to be a great intention. So that's different.
But they don't know that. You know what
Yo,
I'm saying?
Boogie,
Nah,
know that.
his
wait,
intentions is
wait,
to fuck,
wait,
and they
Boogie,
like, nah,
do you-
just take me home instead. They take the free ride.
Boogie, do you remember my
Fact.
good intentions when those chicks tried to take you home and I pulled you out the car?
Yes, those crazy chicks. I do remember that. Thank you for those great intentions. Thank you.
Yo,
We taking this nigga with us. He coming.
I'm laughing because
I do remember being tight too. I do remember being tight too because I asked him to drink that night.
Very, very, very
Yeah,
upset. This nigga
yeah.
was so mad at me. He was like, "Yo, man, you a hater. You a hater. Why you hating on me?"
gosh.
I was
said all
like,
that?
bro, trust me. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, trust me. It's
Yo.
not worth it, bro.
No.
Trust me. Just come on, let's go.
Yo,
Yes.
There's a
so-
myriad of
so-
reasons why you got him out of that car, bro.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts. I ain't even gonna hold you though. That a situation like that happened to me in Jamaica one time. So we clubbing and shit in Jamaica, and I met these chicks. So I met this chick and she was really feeling me and shit. I'm like, all right, cool. So
Mhm.
I think it was no. I met her at a bar first, and then I met up with her at a party like the next day or some shit. So she wanted me to come home to wherever the fuck this was in Jamaica and shit. Granted, I'm visiting in Jamaica and shit, but she gave me the vibes like, okay, come get this or whatnot. So I'm like, I bet.
Mm.
So I hit my niggas, and my niggas is like, my nigga, you don't like, I'm staying with a friend of a friend type of shit. So they like,
You
where
ain't
you
even
going
from
and shit?
here.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here like, I don't know where I'm going, but she want me to go with her, so I'm gonna run with her and shit. But this was also a chick that knew somebody who we was affiliated with. That's why I was like, nah, she ain't gonna do shit. So I ended up running with them or whatever to the crib, and instead of one chick, it was two. So I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm about to get both of them.
Mm. You already
Saucy.
know.
Saucy.
So I'm thinking I'm the man and shit. So I start walking. They let me out the car and shit. I'm sitting here like, yo, with a house, and they point to like a shack on a hill or some shit. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, nah, nigga, it's about to get real raunchy, my nigga. Yeah,
I was like, where? I said, where we
You
going?
about to
She
be
was like,
fucking by the
"Man."
goats, my nigga.
about to get rough and rugged, my nigga.
Yo, my nigga, I go to the cabin and shit. And my nigga, the cabin ain't even like large and nothing like that. So it's literally like a bed, a heater, and a table and shit. And it's
They don't
both
need
of them
much.
living in there. And I was sitting here
Yo.
like, damn, I said, this is either gonna get real crazy or real like quiet. I don't
Oh
know.
my gosh.
And the first thing I look around, I'm sitting here like, yo, where's the bathroom? And they was like, oh, no, you just gotta go outside and shit. I was sitting here like,
What?
oh,
What the
that's
fuck?
different.
The ladies told you that. Oh,
Yeah, because
They could go
so-
outside.
So the setup in this crib was though, like, I guess they had like an outhouse, and the outhouse wasn't in the regular house, but this is where they live. They like the both of them live in the outhouse and shit. So I was sitting here like, yo, this shit's kind of crazy, but I lost the mojo to really want to do anything. I'm sitting here like, this whole
What?
shit's
How?
too
How
sketchy.
could
wait, that you made it all the way up there.
And I think
Oh,
I
God.
think I ended up just like, you know, I did try to see it.
Judge
my
it.
Look,
Shallow house.
Gotta see it
nah,
through.
nah, y'all can judge.
You too, my boy.
Yeah, but
gotta
at the end of
see
the
it
day
through.
though, I ain't even
They
gonna hold
treated you like a hoe.
the shit was so sketchy though that I remember the last thing I remember was my boys came for me in the morning with like the squad and shit because they found out where I was and shit. And
Oh shit.
yeah, they showed up like outside. They was like, yo, you gotta come
What
outside.
part of
right now."
Jamaica?
Shit, man, this is so long ago I couldn't even tell you.
Oh,
I
wow.
was probably in
Somewhere in
shit,
Kingston.
somewhere in St. Mary.
I
or
have a
some shit like
legitimate
that.
question. Did those two ladies like did they give you the intention that they was trying to smash in there? That's the only thing I cannot
Yeah,
fathom. Like what was
the one who I was talking to did. Yeah, she was definitely giving me the vibe. So yeah.
Nice.
Where was she?
So-
Where was she planning? Hold on. I'm sorry. So this story, I had a lot of questions. So you went to the shack to go slice, right?
Right.
You get
Yeah.
into the shack, you see a space heater,
The
and
shack
a
look
mattress.
crazy, my nigga. The
you
shack
had a
look
bed
crazy.
there and there was bitches in it.
There was one bed, and it was
One
me,
bed.
her, and her homegirl that had to sleep in the bed for the
And they
night.
brought you there
Got you.
Copy that.
with the intention
at,
of fucking.
At what point? Did you pull your dick out? Did she leave the room?
That's what I want to know.
No. So I pulled the dick out once we turned the lights
Did
out and
you
shit.
fuck?
I was sitting
No,
here
you didn't fuck.
Nah, I didn't fuck. I ended up not fucking. They wasn't with the shits. So it didn't
Oh,
go
I thought they
down.
was.
That's
I was
fine.
like,
what
what
they
the
invite
fuck?
you there for, bro?
I thought they was too, but apparently
nigga.
maybe the mood got changed or whatever.
What
the fuck,
time of
'cause I
day
was
was
saying-
this? What time
He
of
fucked
day
it
was
up.
late.
He
This was
fucked it
late.
up. That is this nigga. He fucked it up.
Nah. I never fucked it up. I never fucked it up. I think maybe it was me too, because maybe I started getting
So
like
what
cold feet, saying
happened?
like, what the fuck?
TVGBs and shit, nigga. That's
Nigga,
why.
I cuddled, nigga. What you mean? What happened? I cuddled and I went to sleep.
You cuddle
can't
with your
cuddle in
dick
the
out,
shack,
you
my nigga.
perverted
There's
bastard.
no cuddling in the
Why-
shack.
My
why
nigga,
they didn't wanna
I
fuck?
did not have a way home. I did not have a
Did
way
you cuddle
home.
with your dick out, Flash?
Well,
You
why
pervert,
did you
bro.
go
fucking
there? You
pervert.
went
Let's not
Yo,
get on
with
him like
why
that.
did
Let's
The
not.
neighborhood dogs.
You
Did
said
they
what I
have
did
dogs
what?
That was everybody's dog in the neighborhood. Did they have like?
Nah, I
You
didn't see no
went there
dogs.
to
Really,
fuck.
Mo.
Who's
Nah,
talking about a dog?
look,
Hey, Mo.
look, nigga, this shit was a minute ago. I don't know what happened really. She didn't want to fuck on the first night apparently, but that was
I
my
got you.
fucking
Then why that
intention.
bitch brought you to the
So
shack?
then why you
Nigga,
go
this
to
is
the
what-
house?
Why bring
This-
you back to the shack, bro?
This is
That's-
what
I mean,
said,
it's a
nigga. I
shack,
don't
my
know.
nigga. Like a shack has a specific kind of
Nigga,
like
she has higher
use. Like they had a
standards,
crib
okay?
next door. They could have
Yo,
went
bro,
to sleep
what's
in the
the use
mansion.
for a shack in your mind?
No,
What
nigga.
you-
Well, they
that
didn't
was
even
the
have
shack
a
where they were
bathroom.
living,
Didn't you
bro.
say they had
They
an
was
outhouse?
staying in that shack, bro.
I mean,
They
like
was
when they
staying.
said, "Yo, use the bathroom outside," I was like, "Yo,
Outside.
ladies, what
I
y'all
think
be
they
doing to
felt
use the
his
bathroom? I
energy.
know
I
y'all
don't
not
think he
going
had- I don't
outside."
think
That's
there
what I was
a
gonna
house
say.
Alternative. I don't think there was a house alternative. I think, yo,
Not
you
for
think
me.
this is a
Not
shack
for me.
behind the house? These
Right.
niggas had the shack. That's where they live, bro.
Right.
No cap. Like
That was
that's
the
where
guest
they was
house.
staying.
That was the guest house.
Oh, my bad. Oops.
Nah, that
Guess
shit was
not.
It
different.
wasn't
That
no
shit was different.
alternative,
Look,
bro.
but that for me was risky business only because, like I said, me leaving my friends thinking I'm about to get some buns and shit and this, that, and the third, and like ended up just not even happening and shit. But they definitely sent the cavalry for me, like, yo, he in what
Nice.
part of town? Oh, now we gotta come get this nigga. So it's cool. That's risky business.
Oh
though.
man. Oh man. Dude, anybody else have a risky story like that you ended up in a really
I
risky
definitely got a
situation?
risky business story, similar,
Yo,
but it was a
yo.
success story. It wasn't no sad story.
Something like that. Similar.
Yeah, we was staying in Trinidad, and we was at the
Uh-huh.
Hyatt Hotel, and I met a local who lived in Trinidad. She was mad cool, and she invited me back to her crib, and it was like 11 o'clock. This is after a fete. So I was like, talked to my homeboy. He was like, "Yo, where you going?" I was like, "I'm not sure. I'm going to Metapita, somewhere far, somewhere far."
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
like, "I'm sure you want to go?" I said, "Yeah, bro, I'll be back. I'll be back." So there's three of us, right? So I hop in the cab, and I go to homegirl's crib. Now, mind you, it's dark when I get there, so it really wasn't nothing shady, but I could tell it was like in a kind of nice neighborhood, but it was mad trees and shit. Mad trees and goats, because apparently everybody put bells around their goats' necks and shit in this neighborhood of Trinidad. So I pull up to the spot, go inside Shorty crib. It's a nice spot. You know, we hang out the night. It's fantastic. You know, success. We complete the mission. And then I wake up in the morning, the birds, but it was like roosters. Like it was the first time I ever heard like roosters wake you up in the morning, like Folgers crystal cups, you know. But it was like the birds. That's just crazy. So I went and I looked to the window, and it looked like the terrain was like impoverished. Like when I looked out of the window to see where I was like, oh man, like nobody got central air around here. Like don't know, so nobody got none of these amenities that I'm
Wait,
used
you
to.
didn't have the AC on while you did your business?
Nah, a fan. It was a fan.
Because it'd be crazy hot inside those houses.
And it was mad mosquitoes. But that's not the point. The point that I want to make is that all
That's
in
not
all,
the point.
when I got back to the spot, I talked to my other man. He was like, "Yo, bro, why would you go there?" He said, "You know where that is?" I was like, "Nah, I have no idea." He said, "That's the place we don't want to go." He said in Trinidad for Carnival, they lock up the criminals just for Carnival season. Most of the criminals that live here are from that place that you was at.
That they
So they trying to say what you was in the ghetto?
Yo,
I mean, this nigga was in Arkham.
Pretty much.
Sometimes men forget that even though we're men, we're still vulnerable, and we have to keep that in mind when we go on vacation. Now, one my risky story is also in Trinidad. I was in Trinidad, and this is my first time in Trinidad. This was in 2012, and my dad came and picked me up, and his boy, and this motherfucker. They got these like really thin roads that these motherfuckers, they be throwing signals up to each other. It'd be like 6 cars in a row going up and down. Yo, when I tell you these motherfuckers was going so fast, I was scared to death, bro. I'm trying to grab the seatbelt. Yo, it was like a road, and they give signals to each other, and they be like when they want to slow down, when they move forward. I don't know, like you know what I'm saying? Like they're giving signals to each other on the road. I don't know what it was, but I'm watching this and I'm trying to put my seatbelt on, but the fucking seatbelt doesn't fucking work. And I'm holding on to the seatbelt for dear life because this shit is it's scaring the crap out of me, bro. It's scaring the crap out of me. And we're going, like, anybody who's rode in Trinidad understand that they ride down a myriad was it a myriad of dangerous streets. Like it's ridiculous, yo. It's ridiculous. Because we also had the same situation when we was going to the beach when we headed to what's the name of the beach?
Oh shit. Bro? I know you talking.
Is it Pigeon Point or something? What was it? What is the beach out there?
I'm not sure, but I know we drove on the road and wasn't no fucking street lights,
bro.
And it was like pitch black on a single road. I remember on the side of a mountain. I remember that shit.
Was it Maracas?
Maracas Beach? It was Maracas. It was Maracas Beach, and it was just
no
like
barrier between the cliff.
No, there's no barrier going over the cliff, bro.
I'd have been driving 2 miles an hour, dog, straight up
the whole time, and they driving like it's regular shit. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But when we went to Tobago, when we went to the waterfall, we put our most trusted driver on the shit. Flash.
I don't know why.
Flash is our most trusted driver. He got us there safe. I was still scared to death, bro.
Yo,
Flash got us there safe,
put
bro.
it in perspective, my nigga. Like we was driving up the side of a mountain. The shit had one fucking lane. One lane.
One lane.
It was like you making it sound like it was a 2-road type shit. Like
no, nigga, it's one.
It was a one-way.
One lane,
bro. It was one lane for 2 cars to shit the whole time.
Nah, no, thank you. No fucking thank you.
That's too much. And I swear, like 4 feet away from the side of the road is like death. Like that's exactly what you see. It's mad fucking greenery and death. If you drive over that shit, bro. I tipped my hat off to Flash. Ever since that day, I knew that I could do anything.
I could do driver in the crew. That is my guy.
You know what's crazy though? I was driving out of Fair. I'll just be honest with you. I was sitting here like, yo, it's a lot. It's a myriad of ways we could probably pile off this fucking cliff and shit. Like,
oh my God.
And I'm not trying to let this shit happen because I can't. Like, if it was me, it's different. But it's me and my niggas. Like, we all can't make the newspaper.
Right. Oh my God.
The hell of a story.
We can all go out in 2016. We could all go out in 2016. That was crazy. Yo, so once again, I'm gonna thank you, Flash. But anybody else have a risky story that they want to share, like something that happened to them, and risk being something in which you felt like your life was in danger.
Life was in danger.
I don't really have a risky story too much, but I know back in the day I did some dumb shit. Like, you know, you meet people on the internet and stuff like that. And I remember I met a dude off the internet, and I don't know if y'all heard of it, but there's a place called the Polo Grounds. Yeah, and by myself, I'm in there. I go in the Polo Grounds, which is like a projects with my Vanson on and everything.
Yo,
Yeah.
that'd be risky though. Sometimes
Yes.
you can't go in the projects looking dope. Yo,
Looking fla-
Can't look
right.
too sexy.
That's a
Exactly.
fact.
And went to
Flashy.
dude's house. Like his grandmother was there, nothing happened. But after the fact, you know, as you get older, it's like, yo, like what if, you know, like, but this is when back in my young days when you stupid meet people on AOL and shit like that. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that could have been
Yeah.
some risky ass shit.
That
The hell was I
definitely-
thinking?
You could have definitely got robbed out there in them
Yes.
shit, on some real shit.
Exactly. Yo.
Word.
Niggas, you be looking like something to eat
The
out there.
You gotta
Literally.
You can't look too expensive in hoods you're not familiar with.
Exactly.
Word.
You know me. Right. Exactly.
Look a little too
My
shiny,
dumb ass
motherfuckers gonna get
walking over
aggressive.
there. Yep.
I learned
went
that
right in the
traveling,
Polo
like,
Grounds.
overseas is like when you traveling another country and shit. Like, you don't want to look like, obviously you're a tourist.
Exactly.
Yes.
You don't like a rich
Absolutely.
tourist. Like, you don't want to
Exactly.
be
That's a
target.
fact.
Because
That's
then you
a
get
fact.
the
Yeah,
vultures
yeah.
that come towards you, the sneakers
Yeah,
and
if I-
all that.
rich tourist.
I agree, because like if I go to Jamaica, like I would wear like costume jewelry. Like, so if you want to rob me, I don't give a damn because it ain't real. You know what I mean? But I wear
Yo.
shit like that.
That's how niggas in the projects view niggas. I mean, that's
Yeah.
how. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Jim, stop being so negative.
Yeah.
That's how
That's
people.
how.
That's how impoverished people view food when they come to their hood.
Yeah.
Rich tourists. You a rich
Right.
tourist in my hood, and I'm gonna eat because
Exactly.
you're a rich tourist.
Right.
Facts.
You got plenty.
food,
I'll take
bro.
what you got right now. See you next
Right.
year.
Right.
That's a fact,
Exactly.
man. Absolutely.
Wow.
So you do definitely have to be careful in those type of situations, because I mean, it's not the fact that the people are bad people, it's just that they hungry, my G. And when you
Right.
hungry, you gonna try to eat. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So they say they say that, you know, because I work in Brownsville, they say that that it's a dangerous neighborhood and shit like that. But you got to think that the danger comes because people are poor in that neighborhood. There's a lot of poor people.
Right.
It's not that it is a black community, it's the fact that it's a poor community. And in
Right.
poor communities, there tends to be more crime. And that's just what it is. And I mean, and the people who run shit know that. And that's why it is. That's why they put them all in Brownsville. It's what it is, Brownsville and Queensbridge. That's why the projects are what they are.
Your shake is Brownsville risky business.
Brownsville's risky business, bro. I get threatened regularly, my nigga. The other day, some nigga told me, he got the toolie for me, bro. He said, yo, I'ma see you
Oh,
outside,
man.
bro.
Wait,
Oh,
why?
man,
He just told you
My
that just
nigga. My nigga. Yo, I get threatened on a regular, bro. Niggas threaten to beat me up, all kinds of shit. I think lately my new positive attitude has been making
Working.
things a little better. But these motherfuckers in Brownsville, they don't give a fuck. They every day they wake up, they choose violence. My nigga, it's 9 a.m. Why are you
my
threatening
God.
to beat me up at 9 a.m., nigga? You still
Yo.
got cold in your
You
eye.
know what makes it worse?
You can even make the cereal yet, my nigga. Like,
He said, I got the toolie for you, dog. Before 9, you got the toolie for me before I clocked in, my nigga. I just got here late.
That-
bro.
Exactly.
That nigga
yeah, I was
tried-
about to say you ain't they ain't getting the packages like that, my nigga. They that tight? Damn, son.
Nigga, one nigga almost tried to beat me up for his girlfriend's eyelashes, nigga. I'm like,
What?
because when we finally found the package,
It was
my
the
nigga, I
anniversary.
was trying to look for this package. I told the nigga we can't find it. I don't know where it is. When we finally found it, this nigga threatened to beat me. He said, "You get off at 5, I'll be outside at 4:45. Wait for you. What's up?"
With my lashes, nigga.
Yo, what
that
you
nigga
said?
know I
What
get
you
off
said?
later than that.
With my lashes, nigga.
You told him, yo,
What?
shit. You told him you got the toolie.
No, I ain't say nothing. I said, yo, I guess you got to do what you got to do, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
And then here goes the girl behind me. She's like, over a package? Over a package?
Oh my God.
You gonna lose your life over a package?
Mhm.
And then when we finally found the package, it was this little ass fucking package that had eyelashes in it. It was from an eyelash. Like, this is what you was about to beat me up over, nigga? Eyelashes, bro.
Mhm.
So this is the neighborhood I work in. This it's very it's risky business there. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Bro.
Wow.
There are myriad of
Anybody
reasons
else
why
have
you
a
should
risk-
come in the late.
Mm.
You should come in late
Is
for
there anybody
that.
else that has a risky story? a story where they ended up in a risky situation. Okay, you know what? Let's go to the game that I wanted to play. So
Yes.
we're gonna go to you guys get your burner cards. We're gonna do burner questions, except we're gonna do it a little bit different. Okay, the name of this game that I want to play is called Have You Ever? The
Oh,
only
God.
difference between this and the regular burner questions is that if you say no, you don't really have an answer for it. Like you don't have to answer because you don't really have anything for it. But if you say yes, bump, bump, hopefully you have a good story behind it. If not, it's fine. You know what I mean? All right.
All right.
So everybody get your burner cards out.
So I really only need sophisticated ratchet.
So you just need no and yes.
Sophisticatedly ratchet and yes, yeah. No, if you got no, if it's a no, it's a no. Yeah, sophisticatedly ratchet, we maybe a good answer too, and you can elaborate on that. All right. So the first question is, have you ever gotten caught up in a gangbang situation? Okay. Before you answer, all right. Before you answer,
Can we define gangbang?
Yeah,
Let's
that
define
makes
gangbang.
sense. Is that 2, 3, 4, or more?
Yes, please define that.
So a gangbang situation is a situation in which
Maybe
maybe
like TJ face like this nigga.
in a situation maybe where you might have either you were either gang banging or you were caught in a situation where like you could have gotten involved, like you were right there when something like happened with a gang. We're talking about real gangs, bro. Gang bangings, all right?
Oh,
Like,
okay, okay.
Wait, so you're not talking about
party.
sexually.
I definitely thought this bomb was in the gutter. Pardon me.
Yes. You're at a party. Yeah, get your mind out the gutter. Okay, you're at a
My
party.
fault.
You know, something's about to pop.
The irony
off,
of that
some
coming
shit
from
like
Shake
that.
too. That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Shit's about to pop off. You know, or something pops off at a party, or maybe you was even with the niggas who pop shit off. So were you ever involved, or were you ever caught up in a gangbang situation?
Okay.
Anybody?
If you explain it like that,
Yeah, sophisticatedly ratchet. Nah, nope.
I have to
Okay,
say
so-
nah, but maybe I saw that.
I'm
Yeah.
saying
All right, so we got sophisticatedly ratchet from we got sophisticatedly
been
ratchet. I
in-
can't see what you got there.
I'm gonna tell
From-
you. That's why I put
from
sophisticated
Boogie,
ratchet.
From Boogie, Mash, and Flash, and Mo, and then I got a 9-0 from TJ. And y'all already know I'm definitely involved in gang shit.
So-
Nigga.
Wait,
Shut
so
up.
I want to be
Get that-
clear. I put sophisticatedly ratchet. Are you talking about a gang or are you just talking about in a fight?
Yeah, just a fight, just a gang situation,
Okay.
like a fight. Yeah.
So yeah, I put sophisticatedly ratchet. TJ, you need to put that too.
Uh-huh. Well, what happened? What happened during this this
It was
risky
TJ's
situation?
birthday.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what she's talking about.
You know what the hell I'm talking about. We was in the club minding our goddamn business.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, for my birthday.
yes, for her birthday, and a damn big blow up, a big brawl occurred. Okay.
Yeah, that shit. Yo, how did it
that's-
start?
So it was one of TJ's co-workers, and it was, I guess, these two other girls that we really didn't know, but they were kind of sitting in the section with us. And I don't know if they accidentally spilled something on the guy, if it was TJ's co-workers, I think, at that point. But I was like sitting on top of,
Next to us.
we was in VIP. I was sitting on top of VIP section, and I'm watching. That's one thing about me. Like I'm vigilant, so I'm starting like to tap people, like, yo, move, because I could see something was getting ready to pop off. And the girl and I guess the guy's girlfriend just end up fighting out of nowhere. So when I'm looking, I'm like, okay, everybody's out the section. TJ's cousin was out. I'm like, okay. Our other best friend Tanika was out. I'm like, all right, so I go back to look where TJ is, and I just see her head down and her throwing bowls. I'm like,
I
I'm
was
trying to
just
trade.
dancing.
Yeah, just in the melee. So then
I
I'm
was just
looking,
dancing.
like my
hair
eyes are
was out,
searching.
It was long.
Yeah, it was
Someone
long.
pulled my hair, and I was like, "What the hell?
What the hell
I don't even
happened?
know what
Right.
the fuck going
So
on.
I'm trying to find a hand, like who has her hair. And me and Tanika just was like two bats out of hell, jumped in. I took my shoe off, put my hand in my shoe, and we went to work. Like it was what it
Weapons
was.
of
Yo,
mass
that's what I'm talking about, Mo. That's what I'm talking about. It's good to have a good,
Yo,
good
it
to
was
have a
all
female
lumped
like
up.
you.
I
with
had
it.
glass in my damn
What's up?
foot. I was bleeding afterward. It was crazy. But it
My
was a
chain was
situation that,
popped.
yep, it was
Gang
a situation
shit.
that we did not start. We were minding our business, but it
Definitely a
was what it
risky
was.
situation.
That was a risky.
Fighting.
It was a risky. It
It's
was
a risky
a
situation.
there was a mirage of fights going on at one point all over the place.
It'd be like that.
But,
Yo, I actually
yeah.
went to it. That's why I don't really fuck with young people. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you, like these fights break out more often than not at young parties. Like one day I just decided to walk in a party and shit. It was music going. I was outside. That's back in my younger whole days when I used to just like being at parties and shit, right? So I went into the party. It was like a downstairs type of situation. And when I walked in, I went to the bar. I was only in there for about 5 minutes, and a nigga had his shirt off, and he was walking violently. And I don't know if you guys know what a violent walk is, but you can see when the shit's about to pop off. Like, I'm looking at this nigga. His shirt is off. He's walking violent that way. Hands start to go. Niggas start fighting. You know what I'm saying? I'm still drinking my beer. Watching the shit go down. Watching the shit go down because I know what a safe distance from a fight is, all right? And but that's the main reason why I don't fuck with these young people parties and shit, because 18-year-olds, I don't fuck with them niggas. Okay?
They hot-headed.
Especially when they got liquor in the system.
Them new adults and shit, them niggas they still don't know how to control their emotions and shit, and they're still acting crazy at that time. I was actually at my niece's gender reveal the other day. Congratulations to her. It's a girl. There was a bunch of young niggas in there, and I realized, how much I don't like being around these niggas. So I was there for a few minutes for the gender reveal, and I was like, I'm out of here.
Wow.
I mean,
what is it? Do you feel threatened by like the young people?
I
just the immaturity.
All the niggas is doing their little gang pounds and shit. Like,
that type of mentality.
And I'm sitting there looking at these niggas. I hate these niggas so much. Let me get the fuck out of here. Let me get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I thought of initially when you said gang bang. I thought about gang affiliation. Like I thought that you had to talk about like banging.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you was thinking about? Were you ever in the gang bangers? Were you ever in the banging situation?
Yeah, I was in a gang bang situation. I was I'm from South Jamaica, Queens. Gang. We out here. We live.
Gang.
And in South Jamaica, shit got crazy at all the parties. Like every party I went to would get shot up.
For real.
And I was at this one party that got shot up, and I was off of Farmers and Merrick. And no, I'm lying. Baisley and Merrick. Or Baisley Merrick, right next to Roy Wilkins Park in Queens. If y'all from New York, y'all know
right
what I'm
there.
talking about.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Right around the corner from there, we was at a house party. It was me, my man C-Roy, my man Buns. Who else was there? Dean was there. And we was chilling. It was a backyard party. It was a good vibe. And we was at this party, and it had to be like, I want to say it was about 2:00 in the morning. Now, mind you, we was like 17 years old. And at the time, I don't know what song was popping, but shit was live. Like the party was live, and it was so live that everybody was around one another. We was dancing, and some nigga just pulled a gun out, and he started shooting inside of the party. And it was so close to me that I could see the smoke. I could see the sparks coming out his gun as he's shooting into this crowd of people, right?
What?
So he's busting this gun, and I spin around, and this chick grabbed me to like put me in front of her as she tried to walk down the stairs.
What?
And as it happened, I remember you trying to survive, and I'm trying to survive too.
Get off the bitch,
right?
I throw her out the way.
Oh my God.
Right? And I go toward the steps. Now, when I go toward the steps, everybody's running down into the steps because it was like a basement where you can get into.
Yeah.
So we go inside, and then we hear the nigga who was shooting come towards us. So we holding the door. It's like 4 people holding the door shut, and we all hoping this nigga don't shoot through the door, because if he shoot through the door, somebody will get shot. We can't let this nigga come inside where we at.
Yeah.
So we hear the nigga on the outside of the door. He's still busting. And then I guess he didn't come inside, but he went back around the house. So we wait a minute. Now, mind you, my homie scattered, right? Everybody I was with scattered from the party. So now I come out the back door. I go look up the steps. Now everybody's running out of this party. So I go hop the fence. That leads to Baisley. So I hop the fence that leads to Baisley because that's where my man was parked at. When I go to the car, everybody had already seemed to just got to the car. We all opening the door to get into the car. The nigga who was shooting in the backyard was in the front of the bitch now. Now he's shooting in the front of the party into a crowd of people. Now, when
Oh
he
my
looks and
God.
sees us trying to get into the car, the nigga waved his gun toward us as he was gonna start shooting, but I guess his shit jammed. So he was pointing his shit at us as we was all trying to hop into the car. We had time to hop into the car and escape because I guess it was just luck or fate was on our side that night. But
Got you.
when we whipped around the corner to see what happened, we drove past this kid. I guess he got shot. Well, I know he got shot because he was. I don't know if he died or not. No, he did die. He was laid out in the street, and I think that was the first time I seen a dead body was at that party in Queens.
Wow.
But that was risky business, just going to parties.
Risky business,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of the places that I go to,
That sounds
like if
an
I go
episode to
there,
a movie.
Yo,
Right.
all I want to do is just shout out the chick that tried to put Mash in harm's way, then Mash grabbed that bitch like, no, bitch. Throw that bitch right back out there. Shout out to you, bitch. I don't know who you are, but you got survival instinct too.
That chivalry shit went out the window, my nigga. She wanted a chivalrous nigga.
Word.
I
Chivalrous
didn't
nigga.
even know her. I didn't even know
There
her.
was a
That
there was a
Titanic
there was,
shit.
there was a myriad of other niggas in the party she could have chose, but she chose
Word.
you.
Right.
She chose the wrong nigga. She chose the wrong nigga.
Not for nothing, I'm hiding behind a tall motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't grab him though.
Hide behind
Don't
me.
grab that
Don't
nigga because he gonna
push
throw
me,
your
boy.
ass right in the
Don't
front.
grab
You see you do
me,
that shit.
Yo.
You better be like a shadow.
Yeah, where she wanted you to
You
be
better
her
be like
nigga.
That's
a
Just
shadow.
like
on this
in that
bitch.
movie.
When
What's
we
that
get-
movie we
Yo,
just
when we get to
everybody
safety,
just
the
watched?
hands
What's
is
the
on you.
Asian
Right.
movie?
Which one?
Oh, Squid Games.
What's the Asian movie right now?
Squid Games.
Squid Games.
Yeah, you hide behind somebody so that you don't get shot.
Yo,
Yeah,
but Mash,
yeah.
Sorry,
Mash,
am I
your
shit.
story reminds me of
Slap-
King's Dominion in Virginia, where they used to do like we used to go to college and stuff, and it's like a theme park though, you know. But everybody, you know, you just go there, and so, I don't know what happened in the park. People just started running. I didn't hear nothing, but my ass started running, and it was me and my friend. We running. And I remember it was like guys that were on. Like they were kind of up on something because they was waiting online for the ride. And I just remember them scooping us up, like picking us up to put us on their level. And I was so grateful for their asses because I was not trying to get trampled. And we're so small. So they were just able to pick us up like that and then put us where they was. And I was like, oh my God, they was like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, just see everybody running. But you know, I guess what we was, they just was like tapped us and just picked us up. I was like, oh.
They had the
Hey, yo, you got saved. You got saved.
Yeah, I got saved.
You,
For real.
You gave that nigga your number and shit? You
I
should've
don't
gave me
even
your
remember.
number.
No.
Yo,
I didn't.
yo, question though. Speaking of theme parks, anybody remember Action Park? You remember that
Action
bullshit?
Park?
I think I've been there one time.
Mad people got hurt in that park, bro. It used to be just like this park where they had these like really high risk rides, and people were getting hurt. I know a dude, they said scraped off like half a piece of his skin and shit when he was on a roller coaster, like putting his hand outside the motherfucker. Something
that's
crazy
different.
like that. Like, yo, yeah, Action Park got shut down. Like, I don't know if anybody.
Yeah, the
any of you
safety
guys-
measures on that shit is crazy, son.
Son. So I remember the commercials, but it was like Action Land Park.
Yeah,
I always wanted to go, bro.
yeah.
I
Action Park
wanted
was
to
about
go.
that action, nigga.
Remember they was like,
This is like the fuck.
their number one attraction was bungee jumping. You remember that shit?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, bungee.
Why do I get that Will
jumping.
Smith scene where Hillary's
I know.
husband just jumped off? Oh, no, thank you.
Hillary, will you
You
marry
me? Yep. Hilarious.
classic.
Yeah, that was
Classic.
a classic episode.
Word.
For real.
So for the next have you ever question? Okay, have you ever had sex somewhere where you could get caught? Like a risky place where you could get caught. Waiting for the answers.
Oh, sorry.
Sophisticatedly ratchet. Got sophisticated ratchet. What you got over there, Boogie? I can't really see. Okay, yeah, got it. Okay, so once again, we got a year from Boogie. We got sophisticatedly ratchet from Mash, Mo, and Flash, and TJ obviously doesn't have sex anywhere where she could get caught. And I'm 100% yes, bro. I am a
Shout out
yes.
to Jordan on
Let
this
me-
one, brother.
Let me
I'm
tell y'all my
sophisticatedly
story.
ratchet.
Oh, you put something.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you put
Okay.
no, baby. Okay.
Nah, she had no
Did
at
have
She
first.
had no at first.
So I'm gonna say
She had a
my story
flashback.
right quick, and I want to hear y'all's. I want to hear everybody. If y'all got a story. So I was talking to the shorty, right, and it was late at night because I met her. I had met her at work and shit. And you know, we started hanging out. We went out for drinks and shit like that. And she really expressed that she liked me, and she was definitely DTF that fucking night. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So I was like, all right, cool. But at this point right here, I had a sketchy living situation, and it was already like 3 and it was already like 2 in the morning.
I like where this is going. I like where this is going.
I didn't have a car. Okay, and I was just like, all right. So I'm trying. So all night, as we're traveling all around, because there was a group of us, we're traveling around and shit. And I'm looking for hotels, like trying to figure out the hotels. You know, when you don't got a car, you got to find somewhere secure. You can't just, like drive places and see if they got openings. So I'm trying to call places, and then everybody like we're fully booked. So we're getting until about 5 in the morning, and you know what I'm saying. Now I'm riding with her on the train back to Harlem and shit, right? And she's like, no, yeah, back to Harlem. Actually, it was Washington Heights. I was driving back to. I was riding back to, and she was like, my nigga,
that paints a good picture. Okay,
let me explain something to you, my nigga. If you don't do this now, nigga, like you done, nigga. Fuck that. And she dead said that shit to me. Like, you better figure this shit out, all right? And I'm sitting like.
Yeah,
she got a right, nigga. She got a right, nigga. You better.
She was ready.
Didn't have something done, nigga.
Nigga, it was, and I mind you, this is Saturday night, Sunday morning, bro. This is Sunday morning. So I'm thinking about going inside one of these buildings and fucking it in like a staircase or some shit like that.
There you go.
Get in the buildings. I almost fucked the chick. I almost fucked the chick right in the like the lobby of a building, like like when you walk in and press the buttons for the door and shit. What is the vestibule? And the lady was coming out. People just kept coming out. Like,
oh my god!
I think, oh shit, yo, we finally found a spot. And this is the middle of the winter. There's snow on the ground and shit. So it's a big pile of snow. We finally found a spot on the street, which was like a random street. It wasn't too many people. Yo, I fucked this bitch in the street in front of the park, my nigga. Like, you ain't.
That's
right
crazy.
there.
That's crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
There was a building across the street. It was crazy, bro. I could have definitely.
That's a memory for him, my nigga. That's a good look,
bro. I was just happy for the experience, and the shit was worth it. I didn't nut or nothing, but like for me, the story for itself was just like I felt like this would live in my memory forever. Real talk.
Yeah.
Okay, have fun.
Nah, I was thinking like as far as like risky sex and shit. Like I know I had like one joint. We never used to live as close. So it's like, but whenever we met up, we knew we was going to fucking shit. So what we would always do is, we would meet up because the drive was about like 40 minutes, sometimes an hour, whatnot. Like, and she wasn't going to drive to me. I wasn't going to drive to her, but we said we could meet in the middle and shit. So yeah, we would meet in the middle and we would just like fucking random parking lots and shit. But I thought the shit was so sexy because like she would always come with like a blanket, a quilt, a towel, a pillow and shit. And we would set up the whole back seat and shit. And we would just fuck. Like this shit was so good.
Came prepared. I feel like that's very.
How old were you? That is so crazy. Like
these are my younger whole days. These are my younger whole days.
How old were you?
Days.
That's some young shit.
I was in my 20s. Yeah, but like, look, I didn't have a
nigga would try to ask me to make a bed out of towels.
Yo, she came with her equipment all the time.
Wow. You better put me in a hotel.
No, shout out to her, TJ. Don't hating on her. Shout out to her. She was helpful. She was considerate. She contributed. I feel like this is.
Yeah, that was so sweet.
Good lady. Good lady.
She bought a myriad of items. She bought pillows.
She definitely bought a myriad of items.
Yes,
no doubt.
Exactly. She bought her pillows. She bought the blanket. She bought the necessities.
It was a lot of parking lot sex, a lot. And I know they see me on the camera like walking because I wasn't going to. I'm not the type of nigga that want to jump from the front seat to the back seat. I always get out the car, so I would get out the car with my socks on it.
Silly.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, I gotta walk around the shit. I gotta go from front door to back door, not front seat to back seat. Like, fuck all that.
Well, whose V was this in?
It was her shit. It was always her shit. Wow. So we would always meet up, and I would always like scout for like a new place that we could have sex and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because you can't do the same place twice.
You gotta have a designated location.
Nah, man. Yo, we would scout the area. We would look for all the cameras. We said like, all right, it's dark enough over here. All right, you think we got like 40 minutes? All right, cool. Let's do it. And she would set up the shop. It was cool.
Wow. She'd be in the back seat while you driving around.
Setting up the bed. Yeah. It was
Yo,
romantic,
I love it.
nigga.
Yeah.
Car sex is always the best sex.
I'm telling you, that was my risky one.
Especially with a helpful woman like her.
I had
Bringing towels and
That's
shit,
crazy.
making a bed. Oh, she's
I
so
respect
sweet.
her determination. I respect
That was your
her
girl?
willingness
Oh,
to
yeah.
participate in that exchange.
Come on, son, chill out
What
with
is
the
the
questions.
random shit?
Yeah.
I mean, he was definitely her man the way she was acting.
Wait, Mo, what you about to say?
One time was on the beach.
Uh-huh.
And another time was in the car, and we definitely got caught. When
How'd
I
you
was in,
get caught?
yeah, when I was in college, we drove to a park or whatever. We was in the back seat, but by the time I'm that New York kicking so quick, I saw the lights. When I'm telling you, and by the time they got to the car, I was just chilling in the back with my hands crossed, like I'm just sitting here, sir.
Mhm.
They told him to come out the car. He had his socks on. I think his boxes on. And I'm sitting there fully clothed. Like, I don't know what he was trying to do, sir. I'm
Damn, you didn't know what he was trying to do, sir.
That's
no,
wild.
I'm sitting here minding my business in the back seat.
Fucking predator. Fucking predator.
This
Yup,
nigga drove
yup,
me
we
here
got
and got
caught.
naked
That shit
in
was
his
so-
socks.
Yep. And when I tell you I was fully clothed, dumb quick, like, yeah, I don't know.
Y'all
Really?
stupid.
This was about
That's
to
crazy
happen?
though, but why you gonna
That
just
what-
leave
I'm
my
telling
man
I did
hanging
not
like
care.
that?
And I was in school,
Right.
at the time, so I'm like, shit, I didn't know what was gonna happen. Like, I can't be, But I think he just.
Yeah,
I'm
you can't
trying to
get
remember
caught
if
out there.
I can't get caught out there.
I can't be an
Yeah.
accomplice.
I was on the track team and everything. Like,
I can't be an accomplice to sex.
I can't
Exactly.
be-
This nigga's
Yeah, I
out here
can't
doing
be.
it in the backseat by himself.
Y'all are stupid.
So I'm trying to remember if the officer gave him a ticket. I can't remember if he just told us,
Oh,
like,
sure.
just leave
Yeah.
out the park. But that
Sure,
shit
the
was
embarrassment was
hilarious.
enough on his own once she
Well,
said it's like, nah, I don't know this
Oh,
nigga.
God.
That shit
Who
was
else has a
hilarious.
risky
man.
sex situation? Cool.
I feel like
I got-
in my younger, like way younger whole days, I feel like since I have access to a crib like you, Shake, I had to find inventive places to kind of get my thing on. So there was this lady I was dealing with back like in college or whatever. So don't get me wrong, I think we used to be able to stay at her places sometimes depending on like how the night was. But obviously, we go to college together. So I would just try to go in an empty classroom and do it, since like the college at the time was like a big kind of university. So I feel like respectfully, common sense is not common. So I do understand that maybe some of the things that I was doing back then probably didn't really have, like, you know what I mean? Like, one, I didn't think to turn off the lights. I would just go in there because it's empty, and I would think to kind of go in there. Like, these are things I wasn't thinking about.
Did you get butt naked when you go do this, run these missions?
Nah, I made sure my shirt was on. That I thought was appropriate, but everything
You
else,
take your shoes
like,
off? You took your shoes off?
I'd say, like, you got to get one. Like, I don't want to talk about that because it's like I don't think I remember it was just, that awkward phase in your college 20s where you try to get your clothes off to try to fuck, and it's like that was really awkward for me because I tried to get like one shoe over the other and try to make it real discreet, but there was nothing suave about that shit. Anyway,
Boogie, you feel like it made the sex better though? The fact that you guys could get caught at any minute, you feel like they made it better?
no. Because like she was such a worry wart in terms of like, somebody might come in, like, nah, chill, don't worry about that. It's just so much effort to kind of get that done. It was worth it. It was worth it. It was worth it. I didn't-
You know what's wild though? When I'm near nut, nothing is stopping me. Like nothing. Like I don't care. Cops could be banging on the window, all types of shit. I'm not
Nigga, if a
stopping.
hand grab you, dog, a nut gonna stop you, my nigga. I'm sorry. Like if I feel like a hand about to grab me, oh shit, what? Nah, nigga.
Nothing is
You going?
stopping me.
You
bro.
going? Like a nigga grab your hand, like, whoa,
Yo.
nigga, that's
Yo,
through, my
there's a show on FX called The League, and on this show they talk about
Facts.
vinegar strokes. And vinegar strokes is like right before you come, like right before you come. That's like the face you make. It was called vinegar strokes. He said, no one can disturb you doing your vinegar stroke. He said, at the moment when you vinegar stroke, nothing can stop that. So if the cops bust in the room doing vinegar strokes, that's it. He goes,
Facts. I'm gonna deal with that hand shit afterwards, but nigga.
After,
Fuck all that.
like officer, can you clean me off? please?
respectfully. If you see someone in the midst of vinegar strokes, you should have the decency to let that person finish.
Facts.
Like it's just 2
Really?
seconds, 2 more pumps, something like that nature. Let them
my
finish.
gosh.
Don't interrupt that.
Never heard of that.
yo, check out
I have.
the league. It's hilarious.
Who's
check
next?
it out.
Vinegar
next?
stroke. Wow.
Who's next?
TJ.
TJ, let me hear your story.
TJ looking at us with complete disgust. I do not appreciate
No, I'm
that.
not at all.
She
Not
over
at
there
all.
her
judging.
face,
That's
right?
why she's trying to
I
judge.
didn't know if mine was a no because I didn't feel like it was that risky. I've had it in the car,
what
but I
was
don't
it?
feel like that's risky.
That's always risky for a
Um,
woman.
What was it? I think it's risky.
Was the
Tell-
car
tell
in
me what
motion?
happened.
I
What
don't-
happened?
I don't
Was
even
the car
know what
tinted?
it is.
Nigga.
Was the car in motion?
That seems basic. You know, like everybody's had sex in a car at once. You know, so that's not
While
that
it was in
risky.
motion, though. You ever,
I ain't going front. When you said motion flash, I'm like, yo, y'all
You
fucking
mean
while the
have
car's in
sex
motion. That's
while
different.
you're driving?
No, have
How?
no have you
I mean-
no have you ever gave head while
Oh, yeah, I've done that,
while he
but
was
Yes,
that's
driving?
I've done that
too.
while
So,
driving.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I've done
that's-
that.
Have y'all fucked though while the car's been motion? I've never
No,
tried that.
I'm
Y'all,
not
wow,
doing
y'all
that.
tried
Nigga.
that
I
shit.
would
Y'all tried
never do
that?
that.
I wouldn't do
So
that.
that so
No.
that happened to me.
That's
That happened to
dangerous.
me.
Okay,
That's
I was
risky
dating-
wild.
business.
that's
I was
risky.
dating this really young girl, and she tried to have sex with me. She was really high. She was really drunk on tequila, and she tried to have sex with me when I was driving. She don't fucking killed me, but I fucking loved it. Like I was like, bitch. Luckily, it was 4:30 in the morning, and nobody was on the highway. We was on the fucking highway, and the bitch jumped on top of me and said, "Fuck that, we are
How?
fucking right now." And
What?
nigga,
How?
Shout out to her. You
Describe it. She was facing you.
Yo, yeah,
She
she's
rode
facing
you.
me, okay?
She was riding
She
you.
rode
Like
me,
describe
real
it.
shit. Yeah, she.
I mean,
rode-
did she have the
jumped
currency
on
to at least
top
go
of
to
me.
the side, or she
How
put
could
your
you
like put up
see?
cities right in front of your face like on some real jerk
You
shit?
couldn't-
And I had to yell at this bitch because she almost killed us. She almost fucking killed us, bro.
I mean, she
Like,
put
yo,
your titties right in front of your face. That's just rude as
Yes.
fuck. Like, come on.
But it was like one of the like I said, it's something else that goes to the memory banks. I love that she did it, but I was just like, bitch, don't ever do that shit again. You almost killed us both.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, definitely.
She
Shout out to
almost killed
her.
us both.
Shout out to
You know what
her.
I'm saying? Real talk.
That's
real
just
talk.
too much. That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel
Nah, I
like-
think that
feel
every
like-
nigga need that.
I
What's in
had-
their
I
life
had
at some
another
point?
one.
Every nigga need
Yeah,
that.
I feel like the women who give head in cars and shit like that's cool, but the ones that try to make you nut while you driving, they're evil. So you know,
And we love them.
You
And we
care
love
about your
them,
life
of course.
for
We
it.
absolutely
I
love
don't care
them.
about your life or it is.
Who sucks just to suck a dick? I'm sucking it so that you do come. So
That's what I'm talking about.
There you
While
go.
I'm
that's the
driving,
motive
while
that
I'm
all women
driving,
should be having,
while I'm driving.
technically.
While I'm driving,
That
nigga.
doesn't make
Yeah,
Let me
I
pull
mean-
over right quick.
No, I did that when the person was pulled over, not while they was driving though.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I'd hate to like not
I've done it while
nut
they were
if
driving.
I was gonna get some head. Like I don't know. It'd be weird.
Yo.
Yeah, my
Yo.
fault,
But then
PJ.
again, I don't know what
cut you
speed I'm doing. Y'all niggas is
I
wild for
think
that
we-
speed
I
shit.
think
So
we
wait,
got- I think we
wait,
got-
wait. Hold on, I want to get my risky sex story.
Go ahead, Mash. I'm waiting for you, bro.
So my riskiest sex story that I could think of is it was old. This is a younger whole day story.
Way
So yeah, I met this chick in high school, and I had a crush on her, and her name was Laura because she reminded me of Laura Winslow. She was so pretty, right? But she was nasty. Laura was nasty. I didn't know Laura was
Nasty little
nasty. Laura was nasty because she would tell me all the nasty things she would do with her boyfriend, and I didn't understand why she was so like. She was so open about it, and she was just
Yeah.
cool about it for some point. And
She
she
was
just
there,
happened to
too.
live. She happened to live around the corner from me, so I go chill with her, and we sit on her stoop, and we'd be talking. And I knew that she liked me because I liked her too, and she would flirt with me. And I remember specifically that there was wintertime, and it was snowing. Her parents never let me come inside her crib. Right, they would let me sit outside on the stoop. So we would sit outside on the stoop. And one day it was snowing. We were sitting on the stoop, and she was talking that shit. She was talking, and she was like, "Yo, you know, I really wanted to have sex with you." I was like, "Really? Like when?" She was like right now. I said, "What you mean?" She was like, "No, like right now." I was like, "Right in the snow? Like right now?" She was like, "Yeah, right now." I was like, "All right." So we go around to the side of her house. Right. And so she had a driveway, and then on the other side of the house, it was like a walkway. Right. So we go around the side where the walkway is. And on the side of the walkway, we park up, and this is where we're going to be at. And she pulled her pants down. I was like, Laura. Okay, Laura. And then I couldn't help but hear her mother.
Clutch your pearls.
A little bit. Because again, this is high school. I didn't expect Laura to be so ready. So, her mother was doing dishes in the window above us. Like I could hear her mother like washing the dishes, and I'm thinking to myself, "This is happening right now." Like Laura,
Smacking them
I
cheeks.
really wanted. She pulled up in, and I could feel the warmth from her box. It was I'm in my mind. I could replay this because it was snowing.
You should write that shit,
And
bro. It was the coldest winter.
Me and Laura proceeded to start to have sex, and this was the fastest orgasm I ever had in my life. I mean, this was less than like 4 pumps. I was done. I went at the first pump was, oh, this is cool. Then the next one was like, oh God, what's going on here? Then the third one was like, oh shit, we finished.
It was 3 pumps, and then, oh shit, I died.
So I had to pop out. I had to pop
3
out a little because
strokes.
clearly I was unprotected at the time. This is risky business. I had to perform at the moment. So I pop out of Laura and I catch my joint on the floor or whatever. And she was like, "What happened?" I was like, "I can't do this."
I've changed my mind.
I can't do this. I can't do this. She was like, "What happened?" I was like, "Nah, I just don't feel right. I just don't feel right. I can't do it." And then,
So wait, you just couldn't get it back up? Just get it back up.
I mean, nah, it wasn't happening. It was. I
Yeah,
came.
it's
It was
easier
cold
said
that
than
night.
done,
It was
bro.
cold that night.
Easier said
It was
than
over.
done.
It was over. It
Oh
happened.
my
And
God.
then I feel like
Women think you can just get right back
man.
up immediately.
if I could go back in time and like take something off my list, I'd have to find.
Did she
Laura
know
and
that
take
you
that off my
came?
list.
Did she know?
I
How
think
could she
she
not?
knew, but she ain't make me feel bad. I mean, she ain't never
Yeah.
like make me feel a
Aw.
way about it, you know.
That's
But
sweet of her.
Oh,
I never got a chance to slice. I never got a chance to slice again after that. And that's like the
Wow.
one body
Yeah.
on my list where it's
That's
like
why.
that's questionable.
Nah, 'cause
that's
you-
the asterisk.
you
That's
would
the
just-
asterisk.
you were
She
disappointed. You were
got your
disappointed
masters,
though,
bro.
but it's
She got
okay,
your
though.
masters. Go get your masters.
Yeah,
disappointed.
she on my
bro.
masters. She
Yeah, it was 3, yeah, 3 strokes.
Puff Daddy.
Yo, Max, do I know this chick? I think I know this Laura.
Gotta fuck that
Yeah,
up.
you do. You do. I feel
I
like
think we got a story. I think we had it together once, and I think I backed out of that shit.
I feel like in terms of asterisks, that's the scorch on my record, and I feel like I'm all right with it because that was risky business, and I feel like that was quite an experience. I'll never forget. I'll never forget.
Okay. Yo, I love that. So we got time for one more question. All right. I'm gonna give you guys. This is gonna be an easy one right here. So it's not too long story because we don't want to give Flash too much to edit. Flash and our videographer Sly Boogie. We don't want to give him too much goddamn work. Appreciate you guys. Okay,
Yeah.
The last question will be like, have you ever gone on a blind date? And how did that go? If you did.
Does Tinder count? That's not a blind
I
date.
was
if
just
it's
about to
Tinder.
ask that.
Technically, I think that is a blind date. So for me, because you don't know, they could definitely be what do they call it? When they give you
Catfish?
catfishing
Catfish.
you. Yeah, they could definitely be catfishing you. So has anybody ever been on a blind date? We got Boogie with a yes. Anybody else? I have never been
Is
on
it a
blind date
catfish
before.
if you don't look like your pictures?
I think so.
Like, yeah, if I post a
Like,
picture
he
of
showed a
Flash and it
picture of
shows
him
up looking
mad
like
young,
me,
and
that's
when I went on the date,
catfishing.
he was mad
Absolutely.
old.
Mm,
No,
if-
no.
yeah.
But what if you catfish pictures, like in the sense of like you show a picture of yourself dolled up, or years and years and years ago when you had hair and you come up bald?
So-
You
I
know
feel
what
like that's a
Yeah.
flag. That's not how you look
So
now.
Mo has
Absolutely.
also been on a blind date. So we got Boogie, Mo.
That's
has been on a
catfishing,
blind
TJ.
date.
You ain't wrong.
Flash-
that don't look
Flash
like
is
how it look now.
sophisticatedly ratchet, and
Okay.
we already know if we talking about Tinder.
Like the only
we
way
already
that
know
will work,
TJ is not
TJ,
yet.
is if the previous picture looked worse than how they look now. You know what I
TJ
mean?
is
Like
not-
that's only when
so-
that works good.
So has anybody ever went on a blind date and it was like something crazy, like something that you didn't expect?
Nah, unfortunately, mine was just negative. I went on a blind date and this bitch was just like, obnoxious. Like that was the first and last time I did blind dates because I was like, I know why this chick is single. Like, good lord, at
Wow.
5
What did
minutes.
she do?
She was just obnoxious from the joint. So we,
What
you know,
did she
it was,
do?
and we was at the movie. Like we started off at the movies, and we online just waiting for the ticket. So I asked her, just being this gentleman, hey, you want some popcorn or something? It's like, yeah, do something. You ain't doing nothing. I was like, all right, so mind you, I paid for the ticket already. So it's like, I just looking at her like, all right, whatever, maybe, whatever. So I'm chilling. I think we got some food and we about to we waiting in line to get to the theater. And she's just sarcastic, just trying to start a conversation. And she's just not interested, I guess, for lack of a better term. But she's insulting everybody, not just me. She's just anything. Like she don't like nothing.
So about her personality.
Yeah, like it just didn't make no sense. Like, like that's why I wasn't personally offended because it's like she talking about everybody. Like, there's just anyway. Yeah, that's the only thing I can remember. This bitch was just obnoxious, and I remember I never called her again after that. It was last and only time I did blind dates. Fuck blind dates.
Got you. Anybody else had a bad experience going on a blind date, or maybe a good experience like going on a blind date?
Yeah, please.
I've been on a blind date.
Yeah,
What do you consider a blind date? How do you
like we
define a
talked about
blind date?
Tinder. Like I met somebody off.
Even
I mean,
Tinder,
let's say
Tinder
you
could
meet
be a
somebody
blind
like
date.
off Instagram off one DM, you meet her in real life off that. Maybe that
You
could
gotta
count.
decide, let's go out.
I feel like if you meet somebody on like a site and you meet them at the party, is that a blind date?
I don't think it's a date.
You meet
Because
them
it's not a
at
date. I just
or,
mean
like,
at a party.
You're
not
put yourself
obligated to
in
each
a
other.
situation where you're not obligated to the person.
Yeah,
I
I
like
could just
that.
dance with other people and act like I don't know
That's
each
a
other
fact.
if the vibe is trash.
Right. I feel like
So it's not
those
really a date.
instances Usually, you know.
Yeah,
I can't think
you
of a
keep it
blind
safe.
date, though.
Like I'm thinking,
Keep it
it has to
safe,
be
bro.
like an intimate kind of setting with the person that you just recently met. Something like real intimate, where it's not a lot of people to kind of get in the way of that. A party, you know, I don't feel like it's appropriate for
What
that.
about the ladies? Have you guys ever been on like a blind date that went wrong?
That went wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tinder.
What went right?
I did go on a date that went wrong, but I did do Tinder as well. So.
Okay, how'd that go?
And
What happened?
The one on Tinder went good, but I remember I went on a blind date. Well, it was not really a blind date. I'm trying to remember, did I see him in person? I think I saw him one time, went on a date, and the nigga acted like he forgot his wallet. I was like, what? Like
red flag, Mo. Red
That-
motherfucking flag.
that definitely was a red flag, and I ain't never speak to him again after that in life. So
Nigga said, I forgot my wallet.
I can't
I
believe
walked
he would
out
try
on
to
a
do
check.
that
and
shit.
we didn't
It's
even go
disgusting.
nowhere. And because he was kind of shifty, but you're like, all right, let me still go out. That's why I didn't want to go nowhere crazy or far. I was like, let's go to TGIF. Like it's right there. It's Fridays. I'm not, you know what I mean? Because I felt it was shifty anyway. So I'm glad I went there. Mm-hmm.
What does it feeling shifty look
But wait,
like? What
you
is
paid
some
the bill,
vibes
Mo?
you get to know you shifty?
Yo,
What are some shifty
Yeah,
vibs?
you paid the
Yeah, I
bill?
need to
Like, what is-
please.
what-
This is
When there's a
yeah.
lot of talking to me, I'm just like, all right, well, let's just meet up. But I always, like I have my car. Anytime I'm going, I always carry my own money because you don't know this person. What if I need to walk out or something? I don't know.
Mhm.
So I just, then I was like, and I thought he was like really joking, and maybe he was joking. I don't know. But my thing is, when it comes to that, I'm not gonna sit here and play around with you. You know what I mean? And if you're joking about that, I don't have that type of time.
I ain't got out the house forgetting about his wallet.
Right, I
You
paid
paid?
because I'm not a. Yeah, I was like, well,
Yeah,
I'm
she
not a bum
paid.
bitch.
So that's
if
not
you
a
think-
joke. That's serious.
No,
Yep.
but and then when he
There's no
originally
joke
said
in
it, so
that.
I'm like, well, are you joking? He was like trying to smile.
How
Sir,
old are we talking?
No, this is like like I probably was in my maybe my early
Cool.
30s.
Early 30s? Oh, I
Yes.
thought this was a young whole day story.
No,
Oh,
yes.
damn.
Early, like, yeah. So I was just like, what? So, but my thing is like, so me, because then I'm
Ooh.
petty anyway. So I'm like, okay, well,
That's
I'm a boss
disgusting.
bitch.
I know,
I'm a boss
TJ.
bitch anyway, nigga. So I don't know if you're thinking you're messing with a female that needs you or whatever it is. I'm not she.
That's
So
different.
I
Absolutely.
feel like
not
something
sure.
different about a nigga trying to scam women for free dates or free meals or
and it
something
wasn't
like
even
that.
that
That's just
serious.
weird.
Like, we didn't order nothing crazy. That's why I was like, okay.
But it's TJI Fridays. You're not even an expensive date.
But
though.
that's
not
my
even-
point.
Yeah,
That's-
like it's
That's
weird.
why I was like, nah.
That's
you
weird.
Like,
Ain't that
and it was close
crazy?
to it was close to where I live, so I'm like, nah, because I just felt, you just feel, but you're not
But
sure.
did he
got the
really
benefit
leave
of
his
the doubt.
wallet though?
I don't know. I really don't know.
And he must have enjoyed that meal. Like you probably think I'm thinking about
No,
that. He
didn't
must have
order
enjoyed the
nothing
shit
crazy.
out of that
He didn't order
meal.
nothing crazy anyway, but because
Maybe it
I
was a
didn't order.
genuine mistake. Maybe it was a
Yeah,
genuine.
I mean,
Nah,
it
he
could've
should have stopped. Like he should have been checked his wallet. That's
It
not a
could've
mistake
been.
niggas make. When the last time a nigga forget his wallet when he had a date with a chick?
Nah,
Never.
That's not a mistake.
Never.
The nigga would be like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay you back
Never.
tomorrow. He could have
Right.
said something like that. He could have been like, I'm gonna pay you
Exactly.
back tomorrow, or let me give you some whatever, or come back
Exactly.
to my house. I'll put you in a cab, you
Cab,
get the
right.
money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He planned
Right.
that.
You don't
shit.
forget shit
He
like
got
that.
you.
Like you probably
He's
made a
scammer.
reservation, you made some transportation to get there. Like you had to involve your wallet at some point prior to getting to that restaurant. That's
Right.
cap
He
to say
drove
that you
there.
forgot that
Yeah.
shit.
I don't know. It was
Facts.
just, I was like,
Fair.
it didn't make.
Yeah,
I
that
guess
was
I didn't
crazy.
care because it was like
So-
Friday. So if it was something else, I would have cared. Or if I really had to like travel,
Yeah, if it
outside
was
of
like
my
an
bro-
expensive type place,
I was
yeah.
like, I don't give two shits.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wilding
I
for
get
that.
that.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah,
that.
TJ.
What about you? What about you, TJ? You got any
So
interesting stories?
I had one. Yeah, so got out of a relationship and I'm like going on these dates and I don't even want to go out on these dates, but I'm forcing myself to go out. So I meet this guy on Tinder. We start talking good over the text message. We had a phone conversation. He's like, let's meet up. I'm like, sure, pick a place. He picks a place. I meet him at the place. He's like, it's my favorite restaurant. We sat down, we're talking, and he orders food. He orders for me too. He's like, oh, you're going to love this. It's like a Dominican restaurant that we went to. And he knows the girl. And he's like, give me my favorite. And we're sitting down, we're talking. And homeboy is eating out of my plate.
What?
That's not bad? Okay.
He had a big appetite.
I was more.
I mean, he ordered food, right? Did he order food?
No, I'm a germaphobe. I'm a germaphobe.
Yeah, you barely even knows the nigga.
Order.
You barely even know.
I
He
had
put
my
his
order,
dirty fork in
and
her
I'm
plate.
eating, and he's like, yeah, putting his fork in my plate, like just eating. I'm like, yo, this nigga is disgusting. Like,
Yeah.
I
it
mean, in
wasn't
his
even like,
defense,
oh,
maybe he's trying to be
try it,
romantic in a
or-
more kind of aggressive kind of way. No?
Nah.
Yeah,
That's
he-
boundaries. They're
Yeah,
boundaries.
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
trying to
like
give
a
him the benefit of
heathen.
the doubt,
He's
but
like,
it's
I
like,
like the spaghetti. I always get the
Yeah.
spaghetti here.
yo,
He
I
ordered
dated.
for me, by the way.
What?
His
Nah,
eyes were
I can't-
dilated, and he was on crack. He
uh-oh,
told me,
okay.
he was like, I haven't slept.
that's
He was like, I haven't slept in over 24 hours. I was like, okay.
Shake, that's
His eyes were
exactly
dilated. I was
how
like,
was
this is
that?
fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's risky
Then
business.
he's half black, half white. He's talking about a whole bunch of shit.
Wait.
how he loves
I'm
Trump.
dying. Hold
Yo, she
on.
did that. Just
Go
dropped
back.
that shit out of nowhere. She didn't even lead with it. She didn't hit that shit. She was like, his eye dilated. This
What?
nigga's on crack.
How did you know?
So I
he
thought he was
on crack?
He was
hungry.
on drugs.
How
Oh,
did you know he was
shit.
on
Who
crack?
put you in this
Uh-huh.
blind date with this crackhead?
He
Who
was
put you in touch
jittery.
with
He
this
was jittery.
crackhead?
He was hopping all over into different conversations. He was talking about Trump. He was talking about how he was his black size. He knows the ghetto, so he's a down ass guy, but he's white, and his parents, his white side has tons of money. So he's like, so I've seen rich, like mega rich, and then I've seen dirt poor. Cause my daddy was dirt poor, but I don't, like he was just
Oh,
all
yeah,
over the
he's on
place,
drugs.
and
I can't.
I was like,
cracking up.
what? And while he's talking all about himself, he's digging in my plate, like, oh, I really love the spaghetti here. I'm like, I looked at his
I would've
eyes;
just
they were
ordered
like
something
dilated. I was
different.
like,
Hilarious.
At what
Risky.
point did you
he was
realize-
like,
at what
yeah, I
point
haven't
did
slept
you
in over
realize,
24 hours.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. When were you like?
No, I think she realized it at that point. I think at that point, that's when like, yeah, something's wrong here.
He said a racist comment. He said a racist comment like about Obama or something like that, and I was like,
Mm.
What do
I
you say?
can't
What do you
do
say?
this.
What do you say?
I got in my car and I was so sad because after you break up with somebody, you're like, okay, I just want to be over this. I just want to find my person and be happy for the rest of my life. So I was like depressed. So I was like really excited to meet him. I got in the car and I literally sobbed. I started crying. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I was really fucking sad.
A date with a
And then
crackhead
I
is
went
dramatic
back.
experience.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Shake, that shit fuck you up a little bit, man.
Wait, but I need to know: did you leave him at the table, or y'all ended the date and you went back to the car?
Word.
I left
Did
him
y'all
at
end
the
things cordially?
You
Oh
left
no,
at the table with
we
both
walked
plates?
out together.
With both
We
plates?
walked out
Oh,
together.
okay.
That was nice
Well,
of you.
I was putting my clothes on, like, all right, I'm ready to go. And then he just got up and then he was like, walking me, but I didn't feel comfortable with him walking me to my car. I was like, I'm good right
who paid
here.
for the meal?
Because he looked crazy. He
Who,
looked
who paid for the meal?
He had to.
He did.
had to, right?
Oh,
paid for
of
it,
course. He know the rest.
He did.
He knew the restaurant.
He knew the
people,
restaurant.
He
all
did.
that.
He knew the restaurant.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I thought that might have been a twist. Like, nah, this
he
nigga had no
did.
money.
He did.
Yeah.
I think I asked for his favorite.
No,
That's what he said.
was
Let me get
on
my
drugs.
favorite.
Wait.
When you're like that half white and you're surrounded by white people, those people are the ones that do pop mollies and shit like that. They be on the pills and the
Son.
shit like that.
Yo, Mash, what's up? What's up, bro?
TJ.
All right, Mash, go ahead.
TJ. You were accepting of him
Yes.
saying he was on crack, but you got mad when he was about Obama.
I mean, that's logical.
He didn't
That's
tell me he was
logical.
on crack.
That's logical. Don't disrespect
he didn't
Obama.
tell me
he was on
Nah, don't
crack.
disrespect
I thought he
Obama.
was
That's right,
on
TJ.
drugs because
You draw the
of
line
the
at
Tell
that.
me he was on crack.
I draw the line at that
I
shit.
thought he told you like, oh yeah,
He didn't tell me that. I could.
I smoked a little crack before I got here.
He was
Listen, you
jittery.
smoke as
He
much
was
crack
all
as you
over the
want.
place.
Just don't disrespect
He was
Obama. Real shit.
Sweating. He was. Well, it was the summer, but ugh,
Oh, I'm so happy
Y'all
we
crazy.
did this.
no.
I'm so happy.
Yo,
it may not have been crack. That could have just been his nerves. This is
Nah, that's crack. you do
No,
too
he
much
was on
all the time.
drugs.
You never
He
knock
really
it down. That's
was
crack.
on drugs.
No,
He talked
no, I'm
about
joking.
drugs.
DJ
Don't
is
you want to
He was
have
talking about
PJ
drugs
know
too.
he was on crack.
He is on crack.
Okay.
That's undisputed. It's undisputed
Maybe not crack.
he's on.
Cocaine, right? They don't say crack. They don't
Oh.
use crack. They use
cocaine.
cocaine.
Coke.
Yo,
That's
right
what he was
quick.
doing.
Cocaine.
Yeah. Because he was talking
Okay.
about lines. He was talking about drugs. He was talking about pills. He was talking about all that
Mm.
stuff. So
Right.
Yo.
So he was
yeah,
on
that's
something.
how I
You know
know
what's
he was
crazy,
on
though?
drugs. He's
Wait,
like,
You know
yeah, I
what's
haven't
crazy?
slept.
In the hierarchy of the drug world, when I think of like crackhead, that is like the roughest rough, like the roughest of the rough. So when you say to me like
Son,
the nigga
son,
you was
got
with,
crackhead and you got
talking
meth
about
head.
he on
They
crack,
all the twins of the roughest
and
of
his
the rough.
pupils is dilated. I was scared for you.
Mhm.
Thanks, P.
wait. We was talking about bad blind
I was scared
dates.
for you.
Yeah, bad
Yes,
blind
yes.
dates.
Go
You got
Flash.
one? You got one,
I
Flash?
don't know. I feel like TJ though, in terms of like, I feel like all my Tinder dates are blind dates because half the time I don't know who the fuck I'm really gonna meet and shit
Yeah,
like that
that's
when I
true.
pull up on them. I know one bad one that I had though.
Especially black women. They have different hair and shit.
Yo, son.
Mhm.
Son. Yo, I pulled up. Yo, I seen the chick. I thought I liked whatever the fuck she looked like on the Tinder and shit. So I swiped. We eventually
Nigga said I thought I liked.
we eventually said, all right, we gonna link up and shit. So, you know, I go into a sketchy neighborhood somewhere. I don't remember where it was. It was
Bronx?
Brooklyn or some shit. I don't know. This was a matter of fact. I think it
don't
was the
do it.
Bronx.
Don't
No,
talk
okay,
about
never mind. I ain't
Don't
gonna
talk
say no
about
areas.
sketchy
I ain't
neighborhood.
gonna say no areas, but I was in a very sketchy place and shit like that. So I'm sitting here like, all right, cool. I'm gonna pick her up. This is what she told me to pick her up and shit. So I'm waiting for her or whatever the case is. I'm waiting for who I believe is the chick I'm looking for or whatnot. And like off in the sunset and shit, I see like what I thought was like a prostitute or somebody like walking down the street and shit. She was walking real like with the Bambi legs and shit, kind of wobbling a little bit, you know, heading making her way towards down the block and shit.
Right.
You know, so I'm examining chick. I'm sitting here like,
That sound like
"God
Hunts
damn."
Point area shit.
Look,
I'm
I ain't gonna
just
say where I was at, but I was sitting here like, I was sitting here like,
Everybody detective all of a sudden.
yeah, I was sitting here like, look at this woman ready to go off for her services and shit. Cause I'm looking at her whole gear and shit. Not that we trying to judge women and shit, but she had on like some real just tight prostitute shit that
She had
didn't.
a prostitute
Yeah.
costume on.
A little bit.
She was wearing,
And you know-
she may not have been a hoe, but she was wearing a uniform.
And you know what
Right,
kind of
right.
you know what kind of threw me off too? She had on these platform heels and they had like goldfish in it and shit, but she couldn't walk
Oh.
properly. So she looked like she wobbling or she fucking like crip walking or whatever the
Platform
fuck she
heels
was
with
doing and shit.
goldfish in it.
Yeah,
Did I hear that
that's
She
right.
just
This-
she just wanted a
this is what
milk
she had
flash.
on.
I'm gonna be the one to tell you. She was
Nah,
looking
well, look,
Like a
yo, so
stripper.
so she started heading towards the car. I'm sitting here like I was getting ready to. She was approaching my window and shit. So I was getting ready to say like, no, thank you, ma'am. Like I don't need your services or something like that. And then the chick said,
She's
my
like, I'm your
name.
date, nigga.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, ah, damn. Like, why me?
I
And
mean, she look good.
I'm with you.
it not good enough for me to probably want to go on a second date.
Oh
But
damn!
you know what it
Did you-
is?
You
I
just
said to
treat her like a
myself-
lady.
I was
Oh,
I was trying to be
no.
I was trying to be a gentleman at the time though. But
Okay.
not all the way. 'Cause I'm sitting here like, damn, I could drive off right now if I really wanted to and shit. But so the wild part is, yo, she get to the side of my door. This is how I know the date was going to maybe kind of go bad anyway. So she seen me or whatnot. Then she walk around the car or she wobble because you know she can't walk straight or some shit because she
Oh
wobbles.
my
So she
God.
wobbled
Bambi
to the
legs.
side of the
Bambi
door.
legs. Gotcha.
Yeah, and she's waiting at the side of the door, and I'm sitting here like, all right, I guess she's gonna
Oh,
get
she
in the
wanted you
car.
to open the car door.
She wanted me to jump out and open the motherfucking
Mhm.
door. So I rolled the window down. I was like, "You getting in the car?" And she was like, "I was waiting for you to come out and get in the car." I was like, but you know, you could just get in the car real quick because you know you on that side already and shit." So
Nigga, you
we,
got no chivalry.
not right now. Nah,
Nah, he
not
ain't
right
sipping
now.
right now. Nah, he ain't sipping right now. Go ahead, blood.
So we go back and forth for like 30, 40 seconds, and then finally she get in the motherfucking car, and I was like, shit,
Okay.
I should have drove off for like whatever. And you know, so she started fucking berating me while we sitting here and I'm looking for a spot and shit, talking about men should always get out and open the car doors or
Oh my
whatever.
God.
I'm just sitting here
You
like,
make her sound mad. Oh,
How
how
old
old
were
was she?
you?
How old was she?
Yeah, how old were
these
you?
younger whole days. I don't even have an
No,
age.
how
Definitely
old was
older than him.
How old was the
Yeah, how old
Once
were they?
again,
You had to be like
Younger
10 and
days,
she was
Nah,
like 30?
no, we had to be around the same age, so we was probably like in our 20s still. No, this is in my 20s still. But yeah, so I'm sitting here like, you know what, I want to get the date over with and shit. So I'm looking for like a close ass spot for us to go eat and shit. So I find a little spot. I'm like, all right, I'm taking her right down the street. We're gonna go eat because I'm trying to still be like a gentleman and shit on the date or whatever. So we go to the spot and I hop out the car. This time I actually go around, I open her door and shit. I'm like, all right, come on, bitch, let's go.
Aw.
So I'm getting ready to jump on the sidewalk and shit. She start wobbling, like we was going uphill and shit. So she started wobbling. She was
Oh
like,
my
slow
gosh.
down, like she couldn't keep up and shit. So already this shit looking crazy. So I walk her to the fucking restaurant. We get in the restaurant, and it's like the whole time, like, even after the whole shit with her berating me and telling me about men and opening doors and shivers and shit, I guess she was just like expressing like all this sexual energy that she had in her and all this other shit. And I was sitting here like, I just want to really just feed you and drop you off. This ain't really like a date that I want to be on and shit. So,
Exactly.
I'm thinking that I'm giving her like the energy that's saying like, hey, we just gonna have a meal and this is just gonna be it. She's sitting there looking and talking to me like I'm about to be her life partner and shit. So I'm saying her like, all right, you know what, we gotta go and shit. So ended up taking her back to the sketchy spot that I wanted to drop her off at and shit, or wherever her home was, because she didn't tell me to drop her off in front of her crib. She was just like, leave me on this corner. And I was like, okay, not a problem. So,
On that corner.
Yo, man,
so
gotta get in the car
before,
with the next nigga.
yeah, so before she fucking leave my fucking car and shit, I'm thinking like, all right, we just gonna be, give me a simple hug and shit. This is gonna be a goodbye and shit. I tried to give her a hug, and like this chick just ended up just like engulfing my ear in like spit and tongue and lick and all types of warmth and shit. And I was sitting here like, oh, that's different. Like I didn't expect that kind of hug. And I'm looking at her like, this is supposed to be like the final date. It's like, what's going on here? And she was looking at me like she was DTF, like she was ready for the shits. But
Wow.
I let it go. So I wasn't there for that. But I felt like if I had tried to take her upstairs because she wanted me to come upstairs, that would have been risky business for me. So I opted out of that one.
Yeah.
Catch and release. Catch and release.
Nah, I'm good.
Catch
Like
and release.
I feel like there's certain women who I'll meet, and depending on like either my freak level or how I'm feeling and whatnot, some of them I'm just like, nah, I don't
She
want to
wanted
put
to
the
give
effort
it
into
up
this.
too fast.
It's a lot of
I
things.
mean,
maybe.
she
I
probably
don't
have been
think it was
clinging
that. I
some
think
shit
it
after
was-
you fuck.
I think
It
she
was the
seemed shifty
description
to
for
Flash in
me.
a sense. I
Yeah,
think it
based on
was
like the
shifty.
conversation and all this other
The
shit, I was saying here like,
shiftiness,
yeah, this
Those
ain't this is gonna
goldfish
go
on the
left.
heels while she was wobbling and that
Shifty
shit
like
just
what?
looked weird as fuck. That shit turned me off from the jump. Like, fuck wrong with that bitch?
Like he
It
said,
could be
where
like-
he met her at, the way
Yeah.
that she had, like, you know,
She's
kind
a
of.
prostitute. Like
Well,
what?
he didn't know. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't
Maybe
know.
she was.
I
He didn't
don't
know.
know.
So the fact that
I
she
don't
didn't
Definitely
know.
for the streets, so I just dropped you off at the corner. Like, all right.
Right, and then she like dropped
Whatever
you
it
off
was,
on the corner.
she
I
ate.
like-
All right, she ate, and I dropped her off.
Right.
I kept it pushing or whatnot.
She went
Right.
right back to work.
Yeah,
Mm.
All right,
whatever.
so yo, I love that story though. So that sounds like it's gonna be a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of shit I didn't get
Yeah,
off. We might have to do a part 2 to this, but I'm just saying, just let you guys know, squad.
Always
okay?
says that.
So
What's the risky business? You want to do risky business part 2?
risky business part 2, my G. Yeah,
Hey, you didn't even have my
owe part
points
2s
at
on-
all. I had 2
I-
points, but it's okay.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
I sure did.
yeah, you gotta give because you say it so naturally, Mode. He don't even
I
realize you
know.
doing it. That's what it is, baby. That's
And
what
then
it
he
is.
repeated it too.
All right. So, all right. So, Boogie, can you give us the tally on the word of the day? Who do
You
we
already
got
know
as
what
the
it
winner
is.
today?
Oh,
You already
We
know
got
what it
Flash
is.
the winner with 3, Mo
already
coming in
know.
second with 2. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, we all need to do better.
I had two, bro.
Feel like I should take a shot for
Yeah.
y'all. The loser should take a
It
shot.
don't matter. Second place is just the first loser, bro.
Oh,
But I'm
you
in
right.
second
You
place.
right.
so.
You right. All right, TJ, can you take us away? Can you take us away, baby?
Well, we got TJ up past her
Yes,
bedtime and
guys.
shit.
Thank
Come
you
on.
for listening. Like us, follow us, share us with a friend. The best way to get in contact with us is on IG or our social media. You can find us on IG at So Ratchet Podcast. You can also find us on Twitter at So Ratchet Pod and YouTube, Deuces.
Facts.
Thank you for
Alright.
tuning in, everybody. Appreciate y'all.
Gang,
Peace and
gang.
love.